Where to begin? I mean, I was minding my own freaking business, minding my own freaking affairs, until I get a phone call from an individual, not naming no names, about this dusty ass shit. We gonna get into it, but first, like, hit, share, subscribe. Like, hit, share, subscribe. Hey, Brownie, this is some bullshit, you know. As a matter of fact, let me get, because I know where this broad is. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this woman over here. Because right now, Flora, we're going to get this Flora shit out the way so I get back to my regular scheduled program. Get your ass over here now. All right. Hopefully she got the message. I just told her to bring her ass over here so we can have the conversation. All right. Because once I have this conversation, hopefully I don't have to have it again. Because I want nothing to do with you or Michael Mick doesn't exist. I want to have nothing to do with you. What y'all got going on over there. Leave me and mine's over here. Understand? We're gonna play the clip, but I don't fucking know. People just like to bring up the past like it's nothing. Y'all was in y'all little situation, and all of a sudden you want to drag me into that shit. And who the fuck is this? You know, I ain't got time to be playing. This is mods, you know what to do. But anyway, let's get into what transpired and why is my name being dragged by Flora? Why is my name being brought up by Flora? I have no fucking clue. Let me see where to go. Is it no? Yep. Here it is.
Russ, listen here, Mason. When you talk,
wrong one. It was this one. Sorry, y'all. Wrong one. Wow, we see you encouraging. Salute. Let's get into this shit.
We're behind the scenes with you committing sex acts. You are not better much than a sex worker. So shaming what people do to take care of their kids is crazy.
You got a flip phone though. Yo, you got some niggas who still got a flip phone. My uncle still got a flip phone. That shit don't got no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they got the
I guess this was a live that was sent to me. Flora was reviewing, I think it was DJ Witch Doctor at that time. And then all of a sudden my name comes up. Come on, damn it.
A crackhead. Lou is an admitted crackhead. He got deported for being a crackhead. These are the people who get online and slander others. Okay, it is what it is.
I'm talking about a kitchen, a bed, goddamn
I was just
internet,
about to say, I seen a nigga with a microwave
everything.
sell on fucking Instagram. I'm like,
Everything.
microwave
Everything. Yeah,
himself.
everything.
That shit
Everything.
is. But let's get back to the clip though.
Pablo Escobar type shit.
All right, let me address you by your legal names. Let me put you on my back. James Stanley Davis, you said that you saw pictures of my vagina. I never sent you pictures of my vagina. Thank you for admitting that you are now party to a revenge porn crime.
So again, people who do the most vile things, who dox, who stalk, who do things, they're always gonna play a victim
Flora, hurry up and get your ass over here.
card. I, along with many other people, were there when you shared a picture where you claimed that this person was shaboinking themselves for you. That's revenge porn, sweetie. That's revenge porn. That's documented. There are screenshots of you doing that. So you don't get to release revenge porn on other people and then get online and claim you're a victim. Now, absolutely, if you shared your vagina pic with Auntie and J Prince and they started talking about it, you know, independently, okay, yes, they crossed the line. They crossed the line, absolutely. But as far as I knew, the only reason why we even found out that you and J Prince at some point exchanged sexual messages and videos and conferences was because you told us. Just like you told us that you took $12,000 from We-On-Loc. And you claim nothing happened because you guys never met up. You think we don't understand that you were selling your pussy to him?
Bruh. Why the fuck does this have to get brung up? Why? Again, I'm over here minding my own goddamn business. I'm going to try not to make this a drag out. But needless to say, Flora. No, I want her to bring her ass over here so we can have a conversation. And I'm going to let her know as calm and cool and collected as I possibly fucking can. Otherwise, after this, I don't want to hear my name come up in any other bullshit that y'all got going on and got nothing to do with me. Nothing. I don't care if you fighting with her, him, whoever. Leave my name out your mouth, bruh. For real, this is your final fucking warning.
We know you were behind the scenes doing what you need to do to pay them bills. And I get it. You got to do whatever you need to do to pay them bills. But how are you behind the scenes making sure that your bills are taken care of, and then you're hopping online claiming that people are releasing revenge porn? This is two men. One of them was married. That you stated to the public that you had relationships with them that led to you receiving large sums of money. We-On-Loc, you took $12,000 from a married man. You never claimed you got any money from J Prince, so that was a free act. Cellulite, you claimed that he took you out. You guys had this nice loft. He spent much. You are literally a digital escort, a YouTube escort. That's what's proven from what you've said about yourself and from what evidence people have on you. And
hurry up, Flora. I ain't got all day.
now you're gonna get up here after you've already released sexual information about other men and say and claim that you're a victim of revenge porn? Is that married man that you put on Front Street, is he not a victim of yours? We-On-Loc. We-On-Loc. Come to the front of the stage, We-On-Loc. Now, I don't know what the state of your marriage was prior to us finding out that you donated $12,000 to roast beef. Okay.
Okay. One, please let's not put my marriage into this. Don't put my marriage, don't put my wife, don't put my kids into this bullshit. State of what? We're fine. Ain't no state of nothing. We're no divorce, no nothing. Everyone's just fine. Keep that goofy shit y'all got over there to yourself. Get from under Jay Prince's tit. Bring your ass over here.
But tell us, what happened in your home to your reputation when this whale, humpback whale, released information stating that you sent her $12,000, claiming that nothing ever happened, you were asking to fly her out. What was the name? She must have been behind the scenes clapping cheeks. I know a hard-working hoe.
Look, whatever beat, okay. I ain't gonna keep repeating myself. I'm not keep repeating myself because everybody's expecting to drag out. Everybody, man on man. I'm waiting for you to come aboard. As a matter of fact, I put the link up for only Flora. Hey, that girl. Hey, what's up, New York? I'm putting the link up for only Flora and Flora only to bring her crazy, deranged ass up here. Don't nobody hit that link but her. She over Jay Prince's right now. The link is up. Bring your ass up here. Because I do not want this. I don't want shit to do with shit. So I mean, everyone's expecting a drag. I am not told. I am different. I'm ready to slap people at this point. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm over here doing good all by my motherfucking self without all this drama, all this beef. I'm tired of it already. I'm tired of it. After this year, I'm gone. I'm totally fucking gone. And you can have it. Y'all can drag each other. Y'all can call each other names. Y'all can call the police on each other. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want. After this, I am gone. Bye. See you. Because but believe you and me, that's what all Flora does. This is all what Flora does. She doesn't know how to keep her motherfucking mouth shut. Keep that between y'all. Quit dragging me into this shit. I want, again, for the final time, I want nothing to do with, I'm going to call out names, Raw B, Sellout Light, anyone out that group. Let what happened over there happen over there. Quit bringing it over here. I ain't going to say it but one more motherfucking time, bro. Keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. Period. If I hear it on your show, you and the Jay Prince show, which by the way, I DM'd you and I congratulated you. And you tried to insult me. I said, woman, listen, I ain't in for the insults. All I want to do is congratulate you. And that's it. And then come to find out, I didn't even know this was going on. I didn't know. Again, we did a great stream last night. Just me, Trish, Auntie. We was having a good ass time. Talking about all this P. Diddy shit. And the next thing I know, I get a phone call stating that you have my name in your mouth. For what? No, fuck that. Play them fucking games.
When I see one, trust me, I know hard-working hoe when I see one. So I'd like to know, how was your life impacted by this woman, We-On-Loc? Are you okay? You were in my inbox talking to yourself the other day, angry. So I want to know, how are you doing?
When did I get in your inbox? And what did I say that was so angry that I said that I was so desperate to say what was in what I wrote in your inbox? What did I say? Yo, I'm trying to be as nice as I must be as nice as I possibly can. Yeah, this is it. This is it. People love bringing up shit. I hadn't even begun to start thrashing folks, but I won't, because what good does it do? It just sends people. Look at this. It just sends people. This is what people want. I'm not in for that anymore. I don't care for it anymore. I don't care. Now, after I'm done with this, I'm done with you, and I'm done playing these fucked up games that y'all play. I'm done with it. You and Jay Prince, have a good time. Let my name ring up one more goddamn time. You are going to unleash something that you had never unleashed before. Flora, you and Jay, just for the record, you get a hold of this, bruh. I ain't got nothing against you, bruh. Even though you do some dumb shit from time to time. But let's just say this. I have not spoken to you ever since what? I think it was Kayla's. I haven't spoken to you ever since we went over Kayla's. We cool, bro. Keep your chick in line. I'm only gonna say it. I'm not gonna drag, but if I have to, if my name gets rung up one more time, just one more time, then it is over. And if you want to get into the shit, I'll drag you too. You have been warned.
Is she still with Cellulite? I just woke up. Me, Sammy, yes, Cellulite's her man. Her man was standing beside her while they were, attempting to.
Fuck all this shit. I don't even want to see this shit no more. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do it. You can chop it up, cut it up, whatever the fuck you want to do. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm back out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream. Back out fresh on the scene. Franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene. New life is something like a dream. New life is something like a dream. New life is something like a new life is something like a dream. New life is something like a dream. I am not friendly, I came for the paper, little baby, don't get it confused. I see them paying to play, they be paying for pussy, my nigga, I'm paying my dues. They cannot see me unless I'm on TV in times when they happen to turn on the news. I am not worried about shit but the money, cause you cannot buy shit with all of them views. I've been on 10 like 4th grade, same nigga but I'm more paid. Lame niggas throwing more shade, but you know it don't faze me. I'm blowing out gas to the whole whip hazy, with a new chick cause my old bitch crazy. Just a young player that the west side made me, but how could you blame me and how could you tame me? You can't pop in that pussy, you claim you a saint. Do what they can and they hate what they ain't, but I am the greatest, that ain't for debate. Raising the stakes and I'm eating them too. Hitters on deck, what you need them to do? Fuck all that talking, I leave it to you, cause I gotta go, got a meeting at 2. Tell me why all of the shit that you saying don't never match up with that shit that you do. We mobbing and thugging, you bitching and bugging, there's nothing that we got in common. I've been out grinding and hustling, investing this paper, got tired of eating that ramen. All of my music be heat, I ain't missing a beat, I've been blessed with impeccable timing. Watch all them people who friendly, it turn into envy whenever they see that you shining. Okay, I'm back out fresh on the scene, franchise best on the team. Blue faces busting out the scene, new life is something like a dream. Back out fresh on the scene.
All right, we back. When I first came on the YouTube, I had a purpose. And that purpose was to, I don't know, shed light on some shit. I don't fucking know. And then I did a whole bunch of Umar videos back then. It got progressively better and better. I didn't come up here for this shit. I mean, you bring this woman bringing up some shit that happened months ago, which particularly no one gives a fuck anymore. No one cares. You might sneak this and they might say that. Man, I might say something, but I'm pretty much over it. I'm trying to get to a different point in my life where I don't have to say nothing goofy to another motherfucker who has to say something goofy to me. I mean, we're a bunch of grown ass motherfucking adults. 30, 40s, 50s. Oldest is a 53-year-old man and gonna pull his motherfucking pants down like he a goddamn baby. When I seen that shit, I said, okay. I mean, I laughed and I giggled, but enough is enough of this shit. I met some actual real people who, are real people who don't fall into the traps of YouTube. This version. They have their version, which is pretty fucking boring. But I like boring. I like sitting around and listen to them talk about building and cooking and doing all this other type of stuff that's just natural. No one likes natural anymore. It's just a whole bunch of fucking chaos. DJ Witch Doctor, I stay clear away from there. Nothing against the brother, but if you want to do chaos over there, you God bless you, bro. Nothing against Fatty cool, but I don't know. He makes good art though. I will say that. I'll support him. I'll support him from a distance because I don't want to get into that nonsense. But there's one person that I would drag. I already ended up dragging, and he's not doing so well on YouTube. He keeps emulating the same shit. Daryl Long should be gone from YouTube forever. Forever. people keep bringing them back and bringing them back and bringing them back. Thank you, white folks. Thank you. Somebody who talks about raping men, women, and children and thinks it's funny. Well, I don't have to say much about that because he already knows what's coming. He already knows what's coming. So, as I'm gonna move on. People don't like it. Oh well, I'm not with the shits unless somebody's with the shit with me. And guess what? He's out. He's out of there. American Rifleman, out. Fucking Simon, out. I ain't bugging with that bullshit no more. People just do just dumb shit just to be doing dumb shit. It's like, I'll make fun of your kids. I'll make fun of your kids. I do this, I do that. There's the wife, and you spent 12 grand. This is like, okay. Supposedly, I did spend 12 grand on one girl, and it's my motherfucking money. I can do whatever the fuck I want with my money. Now what? And fuck, I'll do it again and again and again and again until I get tired of spending money. Y'all spend money on hoes and don't even get the respect that you deserve. That's why you come up here talking all that bullshit about relationships and shit. Am I in a relationship? I'm in a whole full-blown marriage. Knuckleheads? The fuck? Taking my wife on trips and shit. You know the next place that we're going? We, not just her, me and her are going. We're going to Africa. Not this year, but next year. Oh yes, I'm getting my passport and everything, and I'm going to Africa. And I hope there's a place where I can say, well, I don't have to come back, because this shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. Jamaicans, Haitians, and even Africans, they do the exact same thing. They do the exact same YouTube online, but they don't do none of this bullshit. That's what y'all feed on. You feed on bullshit all day, every day. So when it comes up, don't bring me up. Stop bringing We-On-Loc up, because I want nothing to do with nothing. Y'all want to come up when there's drama. Why don't y'all come up when there's something of a value? So chaos is value? Huh, okay. Well, anyway. This next thing, of course, I've been wanting to do since yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to do it because we did such a fabulous job yesterday. Such a fabulous job. We did the whole Otis thing, which was wild and crazy. Now let's do something that's a little more important than what we seen yesterday. Fair use.
No, it's not. It's Pittsburgh, California, and all across the state. We're going to have to show them we mean business. The problem with black people is we do a lot of begging and screaming and yelling and pleading. All you have to do is get into some action. We don't do action. We do words. And that's why we're not taken seriously. Now, I also read that the special ed black children in Antioch are expelled 13 times as much as white boys in regular classrooms. Now, let me deal with this for a minute. Raise your hand if you have a child who has an IEP. Raise your hand if your child has an IEP. I got a couple of you. I'm glad it's not but so many. And by the way, when we talk about IEP, individual education program, I call it what it really is: incarceration education preparation. See, one thing I need y'all to understand, and I've been evaluating children for 25 years, I want to know what's so special about special education. You're talking to the man who puts the children in. I'm the one who say your child is autistic. I'm the one who says they're deaf and blind and brain injured, emotionally disturbed, intellectually disabled, reading disabled, comprehension disabled. I'm one of those. I'll put them in. School psychologists, we're known as the gatekeepers of special ed because you don't go in without our diagnosis. And when I see you parents keep running up to the schools in Antioch, all across California, begging for inferior education, because that's what special ed is. When you say, my child has a learning disability, you're giving Antioch schools permission to give them inferior education.
I want to say once again that I've had issues in school, grade school, junior high, and even high school. So I know what he's talking about. And there are most teachers that don't even give a damn about teaching their kids anyway, because all they do is just, they're there for a paycheck. Most of them are there for a paycheck. You get one, maybe few people who actually train you and mold you how to become a better person. Now, there are those who do need help because, if you're autistic, if you're handicapped, you might need some help. But for those who have a problem with reading, for those who have anger issues, or let's call it emotional issues, they have emotional issues, that would be me. And I'm proud to say it. I graduated with honors. I graduated on time. Went to college, went to a community college, did online school. I'm here. So.
And the question I always ask you all, how is your child going to catch up to the other children? Running slower. Special ed puts the brakes on the pace of progress. It doesn't speed it up. It doesn't speed it up. So why every time your child begins to struggle with math, you go looking for an IEP? Every time your child struggles with comprehension, you go looking for an evaluation. Every time your daughter has an issue with mathematics or algebra, oh, it must be a learning disability. No, it's not. It's a lazy. Running up to the schools in Antioch, all across California, begging for inferior education. Because that's what special ed is. When you say, my child has a learning disability, you're giving Antioch schools permission to give them inferior education. And the question I always ask you all, how is your child going to catch up to the other children? Running slower. Special ed puts the brakes on the pace of progress. It doesn't speed it up. It doesn't speed it up. So why every time your child begins to struggle with math, you go looking for an IEP? Every time your child struggles with comprehension, you go looking for an evaluation. Every time your daughter has an issue with mathematics or algebra, oh, it must be a learning disability. No, it's not. It's a lazy disability. Your black children in Antioch, they're lazy. And so are you. Because if you were not lazy, there's no way they could pick up the bad habit. You know, I had a black mother who took me to task on that. She said, Dr. Umar, you're absolutely wrong calling the learning disability a lazy disability. I said, why do you say that, good sister? She said, because my grandmother was in special ed. My father was in special ed. I was in special ed. My daughter was in special ed. My grandson is in special ed now. Special education runs in my family. I said, sweetheart, African people are the oldest people on the planet Earth. Special education is only 50 years old. There's no way in hell something a white man discovered last night runs in your family.
Ashe, sister.
And then I went on to tell her, good sister, let me tell you what runs in your family. See, your great-grandmother didn't check your great-grandfather's homework. And your grandfather didn't check your father's homework. And your daddy didn't check your homework. And you didn't check your daughter's homework. And your daughter doesn't check your grandson's homework. So it's not special ed runs in the family. Poor parenting runs in your family. That's what you got.
And he is telling the absolute truth. If my mother, and she was single at the time because my father passed away. My father passed away when I was 14. August 14th, 1994 is when he passed away. And my mother, wearing the pants and an apron, she was, picked up on his energy, and she did what she could. And she worked at General Motors most nights. So that does not mean I didn't have help in the schools. I've had counselors, I've had social workers, anybody you can name, even the special ed teachers. I've had those. Now they did, and Mrs. Thornton, shouts out to Mrs. Thornton if she was still alive. I love you. You are very much appreciated. You're the one that was a special person in my life.
And some of you suffer from intergenerational poor parenting. And I'm not here to crucify you. I'm here to say you can change it. Show me a failing child, I'll show you a failing home. Children can't drop out of school until you drop out of their lives. If I was in charge of special ed in America, we would never ever diagnose another child. We would diagnose their parents. And many of your children come to school without any interest in achieving anyway. Black excellence is an endangered species in our community. We got hip-hop excellence. We got dancing excellence. We got weave and perm excellence. We got Air Jordan excellence. Where's the academic excellence? I submit to you tonight, Antioch brothers and sisters, that we are responsible for the crime in Antioch. The black community is responsible for the crime in our community. And I'm going to tell you why. We're breeding criminals, and I'm going to tell you how we breed them. We raise our black children on a diet of conspicuous consumption in European materialism. You raise your child to believe if you ain't got Balenciaga, you're not as good as the others. If you ain't got Air Jordans, you're not worth as much as those who do. You raise your daughters, if you ain't got that weave or that perm or that pocketbook, you less than.
It's kind of funny. These people, these young dudes online today, the Generation Zs, now I know why. Of course, I could be wrong. Why they're so angry. Angry at us, Gen Zs, although I can be considered possibly a millennial. But I was born in 1980, so that counts as a Gen Xer. And the Gen Xers were the ones who were responsible for a lot of the drugs and the the drugs and the gangs and the violence and all this other stuff, but they were also responsible for marriages. We had families then. Families up until the 90s. And then AIDS and HIV. AIDS and HIV wasn't famous until the 90s. Very strange indeed.
And we don't raise them just on any old merchandise. We raise them on the most expensive things white people make. So here's where you are breeding the criminal. To tell a child you need Nikes on your feet. To tell a child you need Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Balenciaga. To tell a child that this is what you need to be a success. You got to drive a Mercedes, a BMW. You got to live here. You got to shop here. You got to eat here. To tell a child this is what it means to be a success. And not raise that child with the discipline they need to be in a position to earn those things legally. See how this works? You tell them this is what you need to be somebody, but I'm not going to train you, teach you, condition you, equip you with the self-discipline to be able to earn it legally. So that leaves them with no choice but to do what? Go out, kill, steal, and rob. Because mom and daddy said, I need this, but they never taught me how to work hard enough to get it. We are breeding the damn criminals. Let us be clear. The mother of all crime is miseducation. The father of all crime is economic castration. Crime is the son. The mother is poor academics, and the father is no economic opportunities. And what's sad is, Antioch, as small as we are, in this community, 20%, there's still enough money in that 20% for us to teach our kids ourselves. There's enough money in that 20% for you black men to organize a rites of passage program for our boys. There's enough money in that 20% for you black women to come together and spend some time with our daughters.
Yeah, and I wish there were true to be. I wish that were happening now, but now we have with well, I don't want to say totally the internet, but when it comes to all these clowns, and I'm gonna play a little bit of Sharon's. Let's see. Since I can't play Auntie's clip, which is on members only, there's this particular guy, right? Sensational something, that feels and believes that women are inferior. And when you say that women are inferior, that means they cannot help you problem solve. They can't help you build. They can't help you do anything. And you're treating them like a piece of meat. How is it that we're ever going to build anything as Africans, African Americans, whatever you want to call yourselves, Moors, indigenous people, Israelites, Hebrews, whatever you want to call yourselves? How the hell we're going to ever help ourselves if we just steadily argue with one another on what position women should be in? As a man, I know what my position is. And as a woman, she knows what her position is. And we work in unison. We work just fine. If I come up with an idea, and if it doesn't work, then she has the power, she has the intelligence, the wits, the know-how to help me get to our path of where we need to go. And if you continue on this path of behaving the way you're behaving online and keep dissing these women, you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that luxury. You're not gonna have that luxury at all. So stop with the bullshit.
You know, black girls 14 to 17 are now the fastest growing suicide group in America. I'm going to say that one more time. Black girls 14 to 17 post-COVID are the fastest growing suicide risk in the country. You want to know why? Because when they was home for COVID, they had to deal with the molestation without a break by going to school. When they was home with the COVID, they had to deal with the emotional abuse from their mothers without the break they normally got by going to school. When they was home during COVID, they were parentified by their mothers and fathers, forced to take care of their younger brothers and sisters sometimes because that's just the way it had to be. But the stress of being a young black girl with the sex abuse and the emotional abuse and the parental abandonment and everything else that comes with that has our daughters overdosing on pills and cutting their wrists. I know because I work with them. I was in a high school in West Philadelphia some time ago where we found a young lady in the bathroom cut her wrists because her boyfriend left her. I want all you fathers to know something in here. If you find out that your daughter gets pregnant by one of the young men here in Antioch, I don't want you to go trying to put your hands on that young man. I want you to look in the mirror. Teenage pregnancy is the result of a father not investing in his daughter's emotional development. Absentee dads breed teenage pregnancy. Now, Pastor, I don't know where you got these cutouts, but you have to let me know, sir, because I need some for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Get a pastor a hand. I need some of these. And you know, it's funny because when we talk about the Honorable Frederick Douglass, who I'm related to by blood, my 4 times great-grandfather, and he grew up together in Talbot County, Eastern Shore, Maryland. But when we talk about Frederick, everybody's quick to point out, Dr. Umar, you don't support the Snow Bunny crisis, but didn't your cousin marry a white woman? And it's very true. Frederick Douglass did marry a white woman as an old man. And I don't have a problem with you holding him accountable for that because he should have never done it.
Here's my issue. Hold on.
However, his first wife was a blue, black, purple chocolate woman named Anna Murray Douglas. Give her credit. Put some respect on that black woman's name. She's the one who helped him run away from slavery. She's the one who came up with the scam to get him out of the slave chain. She's the one who raised those 5 children when he was on the road fighting for our freedom. It was that black woman, Anna Murray Douglas, who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York, when he was not home. Put some respect on that black woman's name. And then I think of this woman over here. If you have never been to the Queen Mother Harriet Tubman gravesite in Auburn, New York, you make sure you go. Take a trip. Pastor, if you ever decide to do a church trip up there, you let me know. I'll meet you guys up for the tour. Where Harriet Tubman was buried at, y'all, there's a tree coming out the ground behind her tombstone. You can't tell me a spirit not in the tree. Right behind the tombstone, the biggest tree you can see. I know that's her spirit in there. This black woman who ran away from slavery to freedom, 1 county away from where Cousin Fred ran, 1849, right before they passed the Fugitive Slave Bill. So she runs on up through Wilmington, Delaware. In fact, Harriet Tubman's main European financier, Thomas Garrett, is buried a few blocks from our school. When you come to the grand opening, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I'm going to take you on a little Underground Railroad tour of Wilmington. Because, see, Delaware was the last slave state. You had to make it through Delaware to get into free Pennsylvania. So Queen Mother Harriet Tubman spent a lot of time all around where FDMG Academy is. So she gets to Philadelphia and she meets William Still, who collected the largest depository of escaped slave narratives in history. And after she gets free, she goes back and gets all her brothers and siblings except one who was sold so far south, Harriet couldn't find him. Then she heard her mother and father was about to be sold south. for helping the runaways. So Harriet Tubman comes to Wilmington, Delaware, gets with Thomas Garrett. He loans Harriet a horse and carriage, and this little black woman over here, about 5 feet and 100 pounds soaking wet, takes this horse and carriage by herself into the slave territory of Maryland, throw her mother and father on the back, and ride out. And then after she freed her mother and father, they begged Queen Mother Harriet, don't go back no more because your slave master has a $50,000 bounty on your head. Queen Mother Harriet said, Mommy and Daddy, don't worry about me because the Lord gave me this mission. And only the Lord can take it back. And she says, if I am captured or killed while I'm freeing African people, I will take that as a message from my Lord that I have done my duty and it's time to come on home. More than 30 trips back and forth. And then when she was done on the Underground Railroad, she gets a phone call from the War Department, South Carolina. Would you mind coming down to aid Abraham Lincoln in the Union Army by being a nurse, a spy, and a scout? So Harriet Tubman takes off to aid the war effort. And Harriet Tubman becomes the only woman in American history to lead troops into battle when she commandeered the Combahee River Raid. And in one day, the U.S. colored troops of the Civil War, under the direction of General Tubman, freed 750 slaves in a day. She's the only woman in the history of this country to lead troops into battle through the military. And guess what? She still wasn't done. Because she was not officially a soldier, they didn't pay Harriet Tubman no money. So she made her money by taking care of the soldiers when they got ill, because Harriet Tubman was a herbalist. She knew the herbs and the plants. And she would heal the sick soldiers through the herbs and the plants. And she'd make tea, make her own soup, and that's how she made a way. And then she goes back up to Auburn, New York. You would think she already done enough with the Underground Railroad.
I am so sorry. Had a little council session with the missus. I want to ask a question. Why do black folks, this is only black people, why do black people always been, let me start over. Why do y'all expect us, especially Pan-Africans, to be with these cave bitches? Why? What is so intriguing about being with a white woman? I asked this before and no one has given me an answer yet. You're getting tired of your own people. Oh, I get it. You getting tired of your own people. Oh, I get it. You getting tired of black girls because they don't pay you no attention, or they don't pay you attention to sex, or blah blah. Conversation. That's all you want is sex. I mean, you don't want to do nothing intriguing. You just want sex. You don't want to marry him. You want to marry him, but you just want sex. It's just sex. And then when you get them pregnant, I mean, you get tired of them. You want to throw them off to the side because they keep nagging. You nag. Oh, I get it. It's the basic shit. Oh, I get it. All right, cool.
You would think she already done enough by aiding the war effort for free. She comes back up to Auburn, and guess what this little black woman does? Opens up a hospital for black people. A hospital! And then she opens up an old folks home for elderly Africans, because during slavery, when you could no longer work, they turn you over into the street to die. And if the hospital wasn't enough, if the old folks home wasn't enough, she turned around and opened up a farm to finance the hospital and the old folks home. And then she applied for a soldier's pension after all she did for the U.S. military struggle, and they turned her down. She finally got a military pension because her second husband, when he passed away, she got the widow's pension. But America never paid Harriet Tubman the debt they owed her for helping them win that Civil War. Don't you find it ironic and hypocritical that after not paying Harriet Tubman when she was alive, you would dare put her face on your money now? And then when she was old and gray, right before she passed on, March 10th, 1913, they sat Harriet Tubman down and they interviewed Queen Mother Araminta Ross. And they said, were you ever scared? No. Did you almost get captured? Plenty of times. But whenever I found myself in a situation that I thought was unmanageable, I would drop to my hands and knees, pray to Almighty God. And whenever I called on my Lord, he found a way for me out of the situation. But Queen Mother Harriet Tubman said, I had one regret though. One thing I regretted, all them years on the Underground Railroad, all them years in the Civil War, all them years taking care of my elderly Africans. She said I freed hundreds of slaves. I could have freed thousands more. Problem is, they didn't even know they were slaves. I give you her story because I want to know, how is it we as American Africans are a $2 trillion people? Harriet Tubman had no money and gave us a farm, a hospital, an elderly home. We $2 trillion and you ain't got an institution to call your own in your city. Nothing disturbs me more when I travel this country. Nothing disturbs me more when I travel this country than to see black people wasting all this money, not redirecting any of it to build any of the institutions we need.
Because they're too busy spending it on pussy. They're too busy spending it on what's in their best interest, what's in their heart. Whenever you see something and you are doing it by any means to get it, it's in here. You never stop to think, it's like, well, I can put it off for another day, another week, another month, another year. No, you need to have it right then. You ain't going anywhere. You in your 20s, you need to be in college, you need to be in a trade. It's not going anywhere. It depreciates in value, and pretty soon the material thing that depreciates in value, you're going to see it in some swap meet. You just are. But you have to get it. You don't see none of these Mexicans getting that whatever shit, that new shit that comes out. You don't see Mexicans doing that. You don't see Chinese doing that. Hell, they invented their own shit. The very few black people that invent a lot of material, a lot of projects, or they build certain machines. They help build certain they get into arts and crafts, and yes, they're in the STEMs and all this other type of shit. But there's very few versus the many. And we need to continuously improve and improve. And I tell you, we still have at least 200 and plus years to go. And we're that far behind. And money is worthless. The money that is printed and continues to be printed is worthless. That's why you going digital.
They turning in a grave. We just celebrated this man's birth, the good Reverend Dr. King. And you got black people trying to blame Dr. King for integration. Dr. King ain't had nothing to do with integration. Dr. King was dead before integration came. Dr. King gave you the right to vote. And he gave you the right not to be discriminated against in public accommodations. That's it. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black schools. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black hospitals. Show me the speech where Dr. King said, give up your black banks and supermarkets and communities. He never said that. In fact, he defended the right for us to have our own institution. But you Negroes, let the baby talk, that's the ancestors. You Negroes. It was you who sold out Dr. King's dream of running away from your people, trying to disappear in a sea of whiteness. Somebody said, Dr. Umar, we did better when we was alone, when we was segregated. We had Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida, Charleston, South Carolina, Durham, North Carolina. We had Black Wall Street everywhere, Dr. Umar. They should have kept us segregated. And then you know what I say to that? Nobody forced you to join the Caucasians. Nobody forced you. You did it. Some of y'all in here send your black children to white private schools in California because it makes you look better, but they catching hell. You know why they catching hell? When did we get the biggest explosion in independent white private schools in America? 1954 to 74. Do you know what happened between 54 and 74? That's when the Supreme Court said you can no longer use race as a factor in education. So when they started talking about desegregating the schools, white people pulled their kids out and opened up private schools. Private schools was a strategy to get away from you. And you got the audacity to chase them out to the suburbs. And at a certain level, I can't be upset with the white folks. You know why? Because they keep trying to be by themselves and you won't leave them alone. It was in Oakland, came to beat Oakland. They ran to Pittsburgh, you ran your black ass to Pittsburgh. Came to Antioch, now y'all out.
Shout out to Nightish.
Here. Pastor told me Antioch used to be a sundown town. You couldn't even be seen around here after the sunset, and now you Negroes is here. Chasing white folks.
Yep.
So the white folks said, listen, if they gonna chase us everywhere we go, we might as well go back to where we started. Let's take back Oakland and San Fran and lead them in the suburbs. Lead a black asses in the suburbs, and we're gonna go back home since they don't know how to create a community of their own. And I got news for you, Antioch. 20%. That means we got to stick together to have a word. We got to stick together to have any leverage. We got to stick together to have any say-so. If we're only 20%, you can't afford to be moving to the white suburb. We got to stay together. Power is in solidarity. Power is in solidarity. You can't keep running away from your community and wonder why we ain't got no political power. Got to live together. Why you think they be redistricting the racial zones? Because white folks want to keep their power together and you want to dissipate yours. And that's why I always tell you, until black people hate racism more than each other.
Woo.
Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, we change nothing. I talk to the young brothers, they say, Dr. Umar, we got to fight the white man and fight the white man, fight the white man. Okay, but guess what? If you don't defeat the one living inside of your soul, white supremacy, we have internalized it. Every black person in this room, myself included, got a little white boy, little white girl living inside of you. You say you don't believe it? Let's take your daughter to the toy store and see what doll she pick up right now, and she only 3 years old. 3 years old, she already want to be white. And I ain't got to talk about you black men with the snow bunny hunting. Damn. Right before I came out here, you know what happened? Somebody sent me a text message. There's a brother who's on the cooking show. Y'all.
Oh, yeah. And y'all always want to put a white snow bunny on Dr. Umar, just like that dude from the other day, has on the show and everything. Hid the little white girl in the back and gonna bring the white girl up just to trick his ass, right? And what's funny, you know what's funny about it? Everybody and their mama had their camcorder out. It's like black people here in America, not all, but the majority of black people here in America don't even give a fuck who they are anymore. They just don't. You don't want to know who you are. You're comfortable being governed. You're comfortable in the safe space that you're in. You don't want to fight for revelations. And you don't want to fight for reparations. So what's so different? Just let the white man give you what they give you and let that be that. And enjoy your little, white privilege and snow bunnies and whatever comes next. And then when you fuck up, when it's your time, the police will let you know you are still their boy. You don't want nothing. You don't want a revolution. You don't want nothing. You don't want to build with your people. You don't want to do shit with your people, man. And it's quite sad.
I might know his name. He just got offered a show on Oprah Winfrey Network. Well, allegedly he attacked his white baby mom. So she's suing him, and he might lose his Oprah Winfrey show. Now, don't get me wrong. No man should touch a woman. I don't care what the color of her skin. But the point that I'm making, brothers, is we are so quick to down our own women that we don't even recognize, okay, how ruthless white women are when you piss them off. Ain't nobody talking about that. Negro keep telling me love is blind, love is blind. If love is blind, show me a rich white woman married to a broke black man if love is blind. Love ain't never been blind. Then somebody sent me another article earlier today. Some black woman, rest in peace, was stabbed to death by her white boyfriend, and he slept in a truck with her deceased corpse. I'm not saying all white folks is crazy.
Hold on.
Peace and blessings to the white folks visiting tonight. Give them a hand. Give them a hand.
Dr. Umar, you kind of outdated there, sir. Need we not forget what happened to that girl, Sade? I mean, there were many black women before her, but have we not forget about Sade Robinson? The black woman, the 19-year-old black girl who just graduated, I think it was high school, is going to go to college and be something with herself, got cut up, decapitated by her new friend, her new white friend, right? Let's not forget about that. A 33-year-old with a 19-year-old. And that still fucks me up to this very day, right? What is a 19-year-old doing with a 33-year-old, especially a 33-year-old white man? So yeah, Umar, you kind of out of date, bro.
Brothers and sisters, don't start cutting up like Sacramento did yesterday. Sacramento cut up in that lecture. That was cutting up. Now listen, black women, I need y'all to start having a sister circle once a month. I'm sure the pastor will let y'all do it here. Black women need a safe space they can come and talk about their issues as women. Y'all don't do it. With the hell black women catch, this, you know you're the most sexually harassed, raped, abused, kidnapped. In fact, they did an interview with some of the sex traffickers. And you know what the sex traffickers told the interviewers? The reason they traffic black women and girls more than brown, red, yellow, and white women and girls is if they get caught, they know the judge will give them less time. Did y'all hear what I just said? They said the reason we sell the black ones is if we get caught, we know we're not going to have a heavy sentence. And black men, I'm telling you to stop disrespecting our women publicly on social media. It's an insult to our manhood. There's nothing masculine about ridiculing and condemning black women. And then we got a nerve to turn around and say, she too masculine, too hard, too rough. As if you don't know how she got that way. You know why she like that? Because she had to fight off men trying to touch her daughters. You know why she like that? She had to fight off men trying to rape her. You know why she like that? She got to go to the school and argue and fight with white men because you won't go with her to see about your son. You know why she like that? Because she had to hold down the black community by herself for 50 years. And to be honest with you, black man, that hard exterior that some of our sisters wear, it's not real. But they have to use that to protect their hearts. They want to give us the crown back. But nothing will hurt a black woman more than to trust you with power and find out later you don't know how to control it. We keep saying we want our black women to respect us and trust us and honor us. You don't have to ask for it. Once you be the king you're supposed to be, she'll automatically honor you. And let us be honest, brothers. Some of us have gotten comfortable with the black woman in charge. We like the freedom it has given us to cut out whenever we feel like it. Drop 3 or 4 babies in her and then tell her, I don't think you're the woman for me. After 4 babies. You knew that before the first baby. But our community has made it easy sometimes for the men to get up and move on. And that's not fair. Don't give that woman no children if you're not going to be there to take care of them. But on the flip side, ladies, you got to work on yourself too, because some of you, although you're tired of being in charge, you're not ready to share the power in the household. So some sisters, when you find a good black man, I'm talking about one you know is good, no can hold you down because you so used to being in charge and you've been listening to those radical black feminists on YouTube. Telling you, no, you don't ever give him no power back. You make the decisions. And now you got a good black man, but you keep on emasculating him daily, even in front of his children. He ain't got no choice but to leave. A man can't stay anywhere where his manhood is constantly being surrendered to your insults. So we both got some work to do, but all we got is each other. See, I don't care how many white girls you marry. At the end of the day, God forbid if there's a conflict between us and them, you know damn well she's not fighting with us. And when you have your beautiful mixed race African children, some of you Negroes don't even raise them with a black consciousness. You got mixed race black kids running around talking about I'm biracial. Don't no white person call you biracial when they see you. They call you nigga like the rest of us. I'm mixed race. No, you mixed up in your damn head. This man had a white father who raped his mother, my Aunt Harriet. Anybody ever call him mixed race? We keep coming up with these new names every 25 years trying to redefine ourselves out of oppression. You can't redefine yourself out of oppression. You got to work it. Why do you think we've had 1 million names since we've been in America? We've been Negro, Afro, African, Moor, Hebrew, Nawapian, colored. You know why? Because rather than work ourselves into a better predicament, we think we can rename ourselves out of it. Now you got Negroes running around talking about something, I'm a pretendian. My great-grandma was a Choctaw. My great-grandpa was a Chickasaw. And you don't even realize, you fool, that them 5 major tribes own black people themselves as slaves. I'm not saying you ain't got no Native American blood. I got some. He had some. But since when having 1 or 2 Native American ancestors stop you from being black? Did you realize we the only people, when we find out we got a drop of something else in us, we cancel out the whole African lineage? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Negro said, my great-grandfather is Italian. They won't even let his ass in the Vatican. They don't claim you. When a Caucasian find out they got some black blood, you don't hear no celebrations. They keep that to themselves. They say, hey, you know Red Fox your granddaddy? White folks ain't telling nobody. Black people always looking to be something that you not. And guess what? I'm not going to try to convince you. Same thing I told my Latino Africans down in Panama last week. Listen, when you call yourself Spanish, you do know that's a language. That ain't a culture or a people. Try not to be black. Negro talking about his ancestors didn't come from Africa. Looking like Shaka Zulu. Talking about I'm all native. Negroes is crazy. I'm going to open me up a mental health hospital for sick ninjas. Brothers and sisters, I want to give you some rules for the schools now. And just so y'all know, I got a special announcement. I will be back in Oakland on Saturday, February the 17th, to offer all of you who are interested my Black Parent Know Your School Rights boot camp training. It's going to be from 9 until 5. I'm going to train you on how to advocate for your children in the school system and a mental health system. We're going over all the special ed disabilities. We're going over all the mental disorders. We're going over the definitions of speech and language. We're going over the definitions of autism. We're going over the definitions of the reading, math, comprehension disabilities. We're going over conduct disorder, ADHD. We're going to talk about the medications. We're going to go over the 504 plan, the psychological evaluation, the functional behavioral assessment, the positive behavior plan, how to write letters to the school, how to keep documentation. Everything you need to know, you're going to learn from Dr. Umar from 9 until 5 on Saturday, February the 17th. It will cost you $50 because I have to make a lot of copies. Y'all going to get a training packet that you're going to keep with you forever. That's your resource. And we also going to feed you lunch, and it's going to be snacks, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I did the boot camp in Long Beach in 2020, right before COVID hit. But because California is such a large state, and my Bay Area Africans been complaining, Dr. Umar, we might live in California, but Los Angeles is 6 hours away. You need to come do the training. So I'm going to come and do it for you guys, but I'm only doing it once. So if you're too lazy to show up, or you too cheap to pay the $50, that's on you. Because last time I checked, I'm the only school psychologist in America that travels and trains you how to protect your children. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. The choice is yours.
Those who don't believe Start. Oh my goodness. For those who do not believe that he is going to do what he's set on doing, start.
And any snow bunnies out there with black children, you're welcome to come to learn how to protect our children. Just don't be flirting with none of the fathers. My God. Eat your jerk chicken and learn. So when you're dealing with the school system, Antioch, let me give you a couple rules. Rule number 1, if your child is 7 years old or younger, that's basically 2nd grade or under, you never sign permission for them to be tested for anything unless it's speech, deafness, blindness, brain injury, orthopedically impairment, or multiple disability. You never let a 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old get tested for a reading disability, a math disability, ADHD. Are you out of your mind? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is one of the biggest scams ever ran on Black America. It don't even exist. It don't even. When did we get ADD? 1980. Same time we got crack, CIA.
Oh, and just a little reminder for those who don't believe. A little reminder for those who don't believe that this is a game. Uh-oh. The rooms look nice, don't they? Uh-oh. Oh my God, the rooms look nice, don't they? Oh. Jamaica, painted in Jamaican colors. Look at him putting in work for the school. Aww. Ain't that grand? Somebody's gonna be owing me some money, bruh. But y'all ain't convinced, so let's keep going.
They started drugging our boys the same time they was doping up their fathers. The drug companies influence the American Psychiatric Association. The drug companies influence the American Psychological Association. The mental health establishment. This is all a hustle. They make $30 billion a year pushing crack disguised as ADHD meds. Oh, you don't know that the Drug Enforcement Agency of America classifies Ritalin as a Schedule B drug? It's in the same category as cocaine and opium. And this is what you're giving your son every day so he can sit still long enough to learn about Christopher Columbus. Listen, Antioch, I'm going to tell you one time. If you don't listen, it's on you. And the Lord is my witness as I stand here in the house of the Lord. Never get your child tested for ADHD, conduct disorder, or ODD, because if you let them label your child, you have given school the ammunition to contact Child Protective Services, make a complaint against you. And if you do not medicate that child who you let get diagnosed with ADHD, they will take him from you. It's called medical neglect. I know Black parents all over America who had their children taken because they didn't listen to Dr. Umar when I told them, when they ask you will you get them tested for ADHD, hell no. Because once they got the diagnosis, they can force the medication. Ritalin, Adderall, Concerta, Metadate, Cyclert, crack, and more crack. Let me ask you a question. How dare you lock up Black men for selling drugs? And then turn around and give his son the same drug you locked him up for. If drugs are bad, ain't they bad for everybody? How can drugs be bad for adults and good for their children? This is a damn scam. Nothing's wrong with Black boys. Nothing's wrong with Black boys. The problem is Black boys are subject to snow bunny classroom racism. It's the Caucasian teachers in Antioch school that's the problem. Not everyone. Not everyone. But as a former school principal and a former school assistant principal and a current school psychologist, I can tell you classroom racism is the biggest reason for why black boys underachieve. So we need to have a conversation with your superintendent of schools in Antioch. Why we ain't got more black males in here? Oh, we can't find them. That's a lie, because every HBCU has an education department packed with black males. Stop lying, talking about you can't find no black male teachers. Y'all don't want them.
Nope.
Because the white.
Would you like for me to have my take on why they don't want black male teachers? Because the male black teachers will groom the black boys to become black men. It's as simple as that.
White teachers don't want black men in there who will hold them accountable for mistreating our sons.
Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Rules it with an iron fist. And for the life of me, I don't know why black teachers haven't organized yet and built your own union. I'm seeing black teachers get fired for nothing. But yet black teachers are still comfortable being part of the white teachers union who only use you for votes and dues money. Same thing with the black nurses. Why black nurses ain't organized yet? Overworked, mistreated, first fired. You comfortable to be part of the white nurses union. See, the one thing slavery did to us, we still suffer from it. Everybody in this room.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why we so different from everybody else in Antioch? Because we're the only people who had our political, economic, and psychological development arrested. For 246 years, your development was arrested. And you were trained to believe that you should never want control over your destiny. That's why when you go around Antioch, you see Mexican community, Asian community, white community. Where's the black one? Ain't got one because we comfortable having no power. We comfortable having no control.
We so comfortable eating the fruit of other minorities. Eating I'm going to say poison. Eating the poison of other minority people. You're black, you're white, you're Mexicans, you're Chinese, or whatever else is coming down the street. You're comfortable with that. You don't like who you are as a person. And you are willing to do whatever it is necessary. Do whatever it is necessary to bleach yourself literally from your community, from your nationality. You are proud to be European. You are proud to be white. You are willing to you go to the Chinese. You go to the Chinese place. You have Chinese decorations all underneath your wall. But as soon as a brother comes up and he develops his own shit, do you purchase it? No. Oh, you might take a look, see, oh, this is nice, this is great. But guess what? It's not authentic. It's not ours per se. What, why are you so quick to judge? If I put up 4, let's do the 3 for now. If I put up 3 websites, Ramamar, you never went to that. RBGs, you never went to that. And the bread companies, you never went to that. And I'll even give you the candy company. Zoe Williams always promotes, shouts out to brother Zoe. Zoe Williams always promotes businesses on his show, on the Zoe What Morning Show. But you guys are never interested. The only thing that you're interested in is the is the pills, the uprising pills, that for men, if you know what I mean. Y'all don't want anything. And the very few that do want something, keep encouraging instead of discouraging. Keep encouraging people. Encourage yourself.
Who made you comfortable? Slavery. But that's not an excuse to stay there. That's not an excuse to stay there. Don't let them test your children 7 or under. Tell them no. And if they keep on asking you, you need to write a letter. They are not allowed to harass you. Write a letter to the principal, Dr. Silverstein, Mrs. Buckenholder.
Bucket mouth.
Keeps coming to me every day asking me if I would allow Raekwon to get tested for a learning disability. I've already given her my decision. I said I'm not interested. If I change my mind, I'll let her know. I would appreciate it if you tell your teacher to stop harassing me. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you don't put it on paper, you can't prove it happened. Big mistake y'all parents made. Y'all do all these conversations with the teacher, all these conversations with the dean, all these conversations with the principal. The hell with the conversation. Put it in writing. You got to be able to show this is what I complained about and you did nothing about it. This is what I complained about and I did and you did nothing about it. That kid keep bullying your son. You kept calling the school, but you never put it in writing. So when your son get tired of it and fight back, hurt the kid, now he being expelled. But if you
All right, I'm gonna take a break to address while Lisa is here. I addressed this situation earlier ago about Miss Flora. Now, Miss Flora is known from opening her mouth and saying some egregious shit from time to time. But she's also good at getting into shit too. And so now, with this thing going on between her and that other person, she wants to drag me into it, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show the snippet of what transpired earlier. Now, this is the only time I'm doing this is one more time when I'm doing it, and I'm just doing it and getting it out the way so people will know that I mean business when I say leave me the fuck alone. And I want understand and overstand. Oh damn, Jaguars coming out with clip after clip after clip. God damn. She fucking playing, yo. But anyway, here it is. I'm gonna wind it back some. I'm sorry.
You receiving large sums of money. We-On-Loc, you took $12,000 from a married man.
See?
That's revenge corn. That's documented. There are screenshots of you doing that. So you don't get to release revenge corn on other people and then get online and claim you're a victim. Now, absolutely, if you shared your vagina pic with Auntie and J Prince and they started talking about it, independently, okay, yes, they crossed the line. They crossed the line, absolutely. But as far as I knew, the only reason why we even found out that you and Jay Prince at some point exchanged sexual messages and videos and conferences was because you told us. Just like you told us that you took $12,000 from We-On-Loc. And you claim.
There it is. There it is. And I already said earlier what I said. Being involved in somebody else's shit is a no-no. Right? And I was hoping that she was going to come up, but obviously she was busy doing some other shit with Jay Prince, and I shot her the message for Jay Prince saying, I ain't got no beef with you, bruh, but you need to get control of your woman if that is your woman. I don't know. I don't care. If that is your woman for real, tell her to chillax. Don't put We-On-Loc in this. He's straight. He cool. Whatever. I would have been much better if she would have mentioned another, or if she would have said verbatim, well, she took 12 grand, allegedly 12 grand from another person that's a YouTuber. Oh, I had no problems with that. But she screamed out my name, and it pretty much can wake up a sleeping giant. Which none of us want to go through that again. So I said what I said, and I said it verbatim, but I'm going to keep going.
Nothing happened because you guys never met up. You think we don't understand that you were selling your pussy to him? We know you were behind the scenes doing what you need to do to pay them bills. And I get it. You got to do whatever you need to do to pay them bills. But how are you behind the scenes making sure that your bills are taken care of, and then you're hopping?
And see, you get things like this, and then all of a sudden people want to hop in. I don't want to do this anymore. My purpose when I came back was to do something different. And hopefully I get the same people, right? I get the same amount of people who will support me through no matter what. But they all praise chaos. That's all these people do. And it goes nowhere. It goes absolutely nowhere. If you want to jump off a bridge with them, then go right ahead.
Hopping online claiming that people are releasing revenge porn. This is two men. One of them was married. That you stated to the public that you had relationships with them that led to you receiving large sums of money. We-On-Loc, you took $12,000 from a married man. You never claimed you got any money from Jay Prince, so that was a free act. Cellulite, you claimed that he took you out. You guys had this nice loft. He spent much. You are literally a digital escort.
And to be honest, that part didn't piss me off. This part did.
YouTube escort. That's what's proven from what you've said about yourself and from what evidence people have on you.
It's coming.
Now you're gonna get up here after you've already released sexual information about other men and say and claim that you're a victim of revenge porn? Is that married man that you put on Front Street, is he not a victim of yours? We-On-Loc. Come to the front of the stage, We-On-Loc. Now, I don't know what the state of your marriage was prior to us finding out that you donated $12,000 to roast beef. Okay, but tell us what happened in your home to your reputation when this way
happened to my home, to my reputation. What exactly do you mean by that? Absolutely nothing. Nothing happened at all. Still married, still going strong. I don't involve family, and I'm not going back. I'm not going back to my vomit. I'm not doing that. I'm going this way. If we continuously go backwards, we're never going to get anywhere. But obviously, these 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, it's like a it's like a WWE situation. It's a tag team. Prince versus Cellulite, Flora versus Raw, who, that person. But all of a sudden, you calling it fucking Flora calling it an enforcer. I'm not the enforcer. No. I don't want to be a part of that. I was angry then. I'm cool now. But I forewarn you, don't put my name in this shit again. Best believe that.
Humpback Whale, released information stating that you sent her $12,000, claiming that nothing ever happened. You were asking to fly her out. What was the name? She must have been behind the scenes clapping cheeks. I know a hard-working hoe when I see one. Trust me, I know a hard-working hoe when I see one. So I'd like to know, how was your life impacted by this woman, We-On-Loc? Are you okay? You were in...
I'm perfectly fine, thank you. Perfectly fine. Nothing happened. I'm cool. She's moved on. I moved on. Fine.
My inbox talking to yourself the other day, angry. So I want to know, how are you doing? If she's still with Cellulite, I just woke up.
Well, that's basically what I just wanted to show you, Lisa. Just wanted to show you. Nothing. Because when I heard it from the individual, from the other individual, it was sort of like a diss, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But then, come to find out, she gave me the video, not mentioning any names. She gave me the video, right? And I got upset, but yo, just don't mention my name. But now back to our regular scheduled program. And of course, before I get back to Umar, which is very, very important, this is a certain person that really gets on my fucking nerves, and I'm gonna call his ass out. And this is the reason why the people, certain men in these spaces, don't get no pussy. I'm just gonna say straight up. You don't get no pussy, you don't get no attention from none of the women. I have suggested a long time ago, and I think I want to bring this back. I think I want to bring back some signed documents that state, and I quote, if you have no respect, no regards for black women, then by all means turn gay. Or you have the option to acquiesce to a white woman. Why not? Why the hell not? Let me see.
Let's state, and they blame the men, and they wish that the man would be strong enough to try to take advantage of another strong man so that they can become a victim themselves, right? So we don't look at these situations as, oh, it could have been.
And I don't know if you are familiar with me, but people cutting me off irks the shit out of me because I won't cut you off under most circumstances. So the nun said that it was inconsistent with their beliefs and, you know, what they got going on at the school. So even his audience, his target audience, had some pushback for it because, you know, in the video you can hear applause, but apparently there were women who were graduating who were upset by his message as well. And so I totally, you know, I think the big thing is women have agency.
Piers even doesn't need help.
Elbows.
The Tourette's.
Since when have nuns been in charge of the church?
Please,
nuns don't have no weight.
Hold on, we are reading something. I don't know what's going on. We read it.
Y'all
are rude.
Jesus
Christ. Y'all act like he said this at an HBCU. If you don't agree, then the message wasn't for you. Beretta Scott King, there are Christian HBCUs too, dummy. Beretta Scott King, why is my chat never read?
And we just read it. All right.
Right.
So
can I please?
And then we're gonna play this part of the video, so this way we can get some calmness, and so we can let's see if maybe this part give us a little bit more clarity.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you.
So okay, so that's the beginning.
How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career?
Okay, so he's setting the stage. Okay, so now we start to understand.
Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you
Okay, so now he's leading the witness.
Will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life.
She would say that.
When she began.
Stop it right there, bro. Stop it right there. Because everybody keep lying on this man like he said something. No, I can tell you my wife would say this about herself. Why do people have a hard time splitting that into logic?
Okay, stop right there.
For his wife. He's telling you what his wife would say.
All right, stop right there. But he also
speaking for her. Sorry.
He also led up into it. That's the thing. We act like we don't have comprehension skills all of a sudden. Because now we use it. Now we're gonna try to use it as it's just a technical speech, and we gotta use it every technical word. No, he was leading up. He was insinuating something.
No, they're two different. There's a major difference.
Hood conservative. That's the brother's name. I want you to pay attention to hood conservatives' rhetoric about how a female, how she's supposed to be, what her role is in life, and especially in a marriage. I want you to pay attention to this.
Either I don't value you, or you said this yourself. So he's not saying I don't value you until you did these things. She didn't value herself. I mean, she didn't find value until she did these things. It's two different things.
Awesome. But he also said, I'm sure that y'all are going to want to do careers and things of that nature. But I'm sure that y'all are most excited about getting married and starting a family. And he's saying that the career thing is diabolical and it's a lie. So don't follow that. So wow. So therefore he's saying don't follow that lie. Follow this truth that you are not going to be a complete human being until you follow what my wife has done, which is just cut and do what she did, is what he is insinuating. And that is the problem that we have with it.
Hold
No,
on.
we're-
If you
we're
want to be
Sharon, but
happy
this-
and you want
Okay,
to be successful, we're happy.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let
real quick.
okay, so we're gonna let Hood Servitor get his point out. Then we go. Then, hold on. We're gonna let Hood Servitor say something, Taz, and then Brownsville. Go ahead.
Yeah, one sentence. If you want to be happy and successful, do what happy, successful people do. He's giving you the roadmap. You don't have to follow it. Stay home and be miserable.
Perfect. Go ahead, Taz.
So look, this is why I was trying to talk to Diva about what she was saying, because okay, so I heard this as a father, right? And I think what I'm hearing is a transition into a different lifestyle. Okay, once she becomes that, he would be that, she would be that to him once she becomes his wife, once she becomes that in his life. But before that, she's not that. She's a completely different person. So I don't get the point of contention. Why does this have to be one person? Why aren't we talking about a person who changes their life into being a wife? That you turn into a wife and become a wife for your husband. But before she's a wife, she's not a wife. You know what I'm saying? So
Where the
what I'm
husband's
hearing-
at?
Okay,
just
hold
one
on,
second.
sexy.
Just 1 second, because
Hold on.
what
He
I'm
almost
telling you-
finished.
what I'm trying to make sure you understand, the college educated is my daughter. The part of it that he's speaking about when it sounds like he's anti get your degree and go be a housewife. My daughter ain't trying to be nobody's housewife. Okay, my daughter is chasing degrees. So to me, what he's saying is about the transition after she's done with that.
I like that.
Exactly.
What? What the fuck, Pastor? Jesus Christ, Pastor.
That's what these people, boy. These people who want so bad for these women to be housewives and maids for these niggas is astounding to me. It's like they can't be no smarter than them. I don't mind if a woman is smarter than me. It may be, just maybe. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Okay, I thought it was mute. Maybe, just maybe, I can learn something from her. Or is that a crime? Is it a crime to learn from a woman? Let's just put it that way.
Just let me know you want to talk. Go ahead, Brownsville.
So I think what's happening here and what makes his speech disingenuous is because what he did was he set up a narrative, right? And he said, well, you've been diabolically lied to, right? And he started dismissing their hard work and due diligence to get to the point of commitment to start a career, saying that you have been lied to work this hard and to have all these dreams of being promoted and becoming a CEO and becoming a doctor and all these different things.
Right.
He's setting up a narrative, right? And he's devaluing their hard work and due diligence to get to the point of commitment. So that's number one. And then what he did, like I said, he projected his wife's privilege onto these women, right? Because we know in general, most men aren't going to be as successful financially as him, right? So he had a foundation set up to where his wife had the ability and the privilege to just focus on being a housewife, right? But most women in general are not going to have that same privilege, right? Now, in order for women to get there, what he should have been doing is talking to the men and speaking to the men about setting up that foundation so that these women can enjoy that privilege. But he didn't do that, right? Because he has a misogynistic mindset in which he wants to devalue women. Peace and love.
How would that look though?
Hey, so also before you go, also since Sean didn't come back.
Right.
Now here's the thing. Right. Now let us go right on down further when he said the ladies today.
That's your motherfucking problem. That's not my problem. Like I'm
no,
trying
that
to
is your problem.
Ass niggas for you niggas to act like that. Nigga.
I'm broke.
Diversity and inclusion is about.
I got generational wealth. You don't.
Here we go.
I got cows outside. I got hay land acres of land. What the fuck you got, Taz? Not a goddamn thing except for a prison record. Now sit down and shut the fuck up.
You want me to get another prison record, bro? You want me to get another one?
It says, now put a pin in that in the 9th paragraph. Now though he sit down, now though he translate.
Motherfucker.
Every time Big J speaks, it is hilarious. It's like this motherfucker got Tourette's or something.
Fuck you, dude.
Yo, Texas, Taz, don't fuck with Texas, nigga.
I'll leave him alone, bro. I'll leave him alone.
I'm not playing with niggas. I'm
I'll
already
leave him alone.
considering
I'll
filing
leave you
lawsuits
laying on
against
that
some of you
land,
niggas anyway.
I didn't know he was against DEI though.
Did he say he was gonna bring us some lawsuits? What? What?
That caught me off guard, Taz.
You ain't even got nobody to pass that motherfucking land down to, fuck nigga.
I do.
Nigga.
Now mine your business.
It's the end of your
Can we return back to the topic,
I'll come
please?
down there and get your motherfucking land when you die.
Big J, you said paragraph 9.
You hear, nigga? Texas in the building.
You said paragraph 9, Big J.
Why is Sexy Red always? Never mind. Just don't.
Paragraph 9.
I quit.
Paragraph 9. I like how.
Hold on, JX. Right now, you sound like you're all over the place.
Can I read it? I'll read it to you. Wife that has a mother. Paragraph can be, but it.
No problem. We get to paragraph 9, but we are not.
I'm just saying, where the husbands at?
Our traditionalism says you can't be a modern woman.
Because I'm a modern woman.
Hold on.
That means we have to kick women out of school.
Where the husbands at? They want to stay at home, play video games, be podcasters. They don't want to go out there and work and get it and do what it takes to be a man, and then want to sit online and cry about, well, there's no wives, there's no women, and they don't even wash their damn ass. They don't fucking brush their damn teeth. I'm just saying, where the husbands at? Where they at?
All right, hold on. I got you next. So, but Sexy Red, can you?
Her crazy ass. She does have a point.
Can you talk to the point of what we're saying? So, what is your thought on the diabolical lies that should?
That's the diabolical lies. I'm sorry. Ooh. That's the diabolical. I'm a passionate woman. That's the diabolical lies that
don't
women
worry,
ain't
I'm
doing
working.
right. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. But they're not doing what they're supposed to do. What about the traditional men? Where they at? It's too many modern men talking about they want traditional wives, but they're not doing traditional man type stuff.
Don't worry, me and PhD, we are working on a Tourette's pill for all of you. So y'all will stop having Tourette's. I believe Hood Conservative wanted to say something. Go ahead, Hood.
Yeah. See, I'm with you, Sexy Red. Men have to be more traditional. That means we have to kick women out of schools, and you can't have most jobs. If you want men to have money and be more husbandly, then women don't need as much education. They don't need as many jobs. Because remember, I got my daughter this college plan, so she won't need no man. We heard Biggie say this, and we never actually thought deeply about what this means.
What if something happens to you where you cannot work and you cannot provide for the family? I have to step up and take care of you, the family, the children, and that happens a lot.
Niggas never live forever. No man has ever lived forever.
Sexy Red, you know we cannot hear y'all when you.
So your biggest issue is men living forever. What men go through, it happens. It's nature. A man doesn't live forever, but a woman necessarily doesn't live forever either. I mean, we go through similar things, but a woman, when it comes to nurturing, she has to suffer through pregnancy. She suffers through pregnancy. It's a 50-50 deal, a 50-50 shot, because all through the hypertension, high blood pressure that she suffers through while being pregnant, the two couples, including her, will never know if she will come out of the pregnancy alive. But as far as a man goes, he suffers through war, prosperity, and other things. So I think as Black people, I think we would want to stick together. I think we would want to be in each other's company, share each other's thoughts. I think that would be a way to go, wouldn't it be?
You overtalk, right?
Oh.
No man has ever lived forever.
But what if the man gets sick? So
So
now the
please,
woman has to
hold
work
on.
at
Red,
Walmart?
hold on, okay?
Hold
Hold on. Sexy Red, please allow him to at least get at least 30
Now
seconds.
the woman got to work at Walmart because the man is
Sexy
on
Red,
his
allow
deathbed.
me to get at least 30 seconds of interruption. Let conservative get a full sentence out, please.
Like I said, if you want traditional men, being traditional as a man means restricting women's abilities. End of.
Did you hear that? Being a traditional man meaning restricting women's abilities. To doing what? They can't work. They can't be educated. They can't do nothing but be housewives. Basically be whores. House whores. That's what it is. House whores. Okay. Have you done lost your goddamn mind? This is the same man, mind you. This is the same man who, when P. Diddy was whooping what's the girl's name? This is what happens when I get angry. This is what happens when I get angry. I don't think straight. Cassidy. When he was whooping Cassidy's ass, this was the same man that said, well, what did she do to provoke, or whatever he said? What did she do to fit the crime? She allegedly stole from P. Diddy. So that required for him to whoop her ass the way that he did? Yeah, I got it. Thank you. So it required him to whoop her ass like that. Drag her, throw her, stomp on her, kick her, throw stuff at her. That required that? You're just as guilty as everybody else, sir. You're just as much of a narcissist, as much as a woman beater, just as everybody else who think those same thoughts.
Hold on, say that one more time.
Being traditional as a man means restricting women's abilities, their freedoms and privileges.
Wow.
Yeah, because tradition doesn't mean women can be boss babes. That is not tradition. That's modern. You want traditional men, but you want to be a modern woman. My traditionalism says you can't be a modern woman.
Because I'm a modern woman.
Hold on, Sexy Red, please. Hold on, Sexy Red, hold on. I don't want you to just say stuff.
I'm not.
I want you to talk to. Do you believe that a traditional man had to restrict a woman so she could be traditional? Yes or no?
Okay, there are no traditional men. There's modern
Jesus
men.
Christ,
No, women.
No, Sexy Red.
Yes,
I asked
there's
a question.
no traditional. Listen today.
Hold on, Sexy Red.
You can't.
I want you to follow my thought pattern.
The economy doesn't allow it.
Sexy Red. I don't want you to just say whatever you want to say, because now you
okay.
acting like JX. You're just saying anything.
I'm not saying anything. I have a clear line of thought here.
No, you're not, because I'm asking, but your clear line of thought is not a part of this conversation. You are changing the conversation to whatever you want to talk about instead of having the conversation at hand. So again, do you believe that a traditional man has to restrict a woman so she could be a traditional woman?
Are we talking about in 2024 our traditional men? Yes. What is a traditional man?
You see how goofy this becomes? It's a real simple thing, but they don't want to play by the rules. And then when a man states the rules, he's the bad guy.
What is a traditional man?
Wow.
Man tells you to shut the fuck up.
You know what though? People like Hood Serve need to be stopped. They need to be politically, socially, and culturally destroyed.
Damn.
See what hood server
I am a monster. I am.
is fascism. That's what I'm talking about. You know, since you hang around with Obsidian, and since Obsidian want to say about black women want to be sexual in relationship socialists, you niggas are sexual fascists. You think that you're entitled to the bitch. Nigga, you're not entitled to a goddamn thing. Just because you got a twig and 2 berries between your legs does not mean, nigga, that you are entitled to a goddamn thing.
Perfect. End it right there, JX. Perfect. Hold on.
Hold on. What is she
JX,
entitled to?
okay, both of y'all.
Like I said, I love this nigga.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Everybody, hold on 1 second, please. Thank you. Shout out to you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Lima B. Marie, how you doing?
Historically, in the past, has always been a worse position for us. Historically, in the past, there's all these bunch of comedians that have the same joke. If black people were exposed to time machines, we could only move forward in time. We shouldn't move back in time. That is some
I don't need your help, please. Stop trying to over talk each other. Big, I didn't hear you. Big JX, you got something to say?
The DIE fucked up in 2024.
Okay, are we reading the super chat?
Oh yeah.
Jabba, the Rainbow Boogeyman. Hot take. The school should be insulted the most because he said everything those women did was a waste of time and resources. So basically the school was a scam because it should have been educating the women to be wives. Woo. K, that is a lie, hood sir.
Statistics teach us that woman,
and she's not going to be a part of the movement. It is simple as that. Yes.
Because what I'm saying is, again, I would have to listen to it in totality.
Is on the same level as
his wife from middle school, and she got.
Why did he say we were sold a bill of goods if he wasn't trying to say the women were sold? What they were doing was false and not true.
Again, all I'm trying to make sure you understand in that point alone, without going into the rest of it. When you say that point alone, I can point you to my.
Hold on, HQ, hold on. Go ahead, Taj School. Please explain to him why that is not what he just described.
All of these negative, attributes
Here we go.
that are related to being a husband. Women want husbands. They just don't want a husband who tells them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, sit at home. That's not a husband. That's not a husband.
That sounds like a dictator.
Why does your husband not have the right to tell you what he wants?
That sounds like a dictator.
Have the right to have order.
Because I also have
Why does
needs.
your husband not have the right to draw lines?
Because the wife also has needs and.
Bro, chill out, bro. That's not a husband, bro.
I'm asking questions. Why does he not have the right? Explain.
Okay, hold on, HQ, and hold on. Go ahead, Taj School. Please explain to him why that is not what he just described is a husband.
Right.
Damn, you breaking up.
Understand? Am I?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? It's gonna be right.
I hear you.
You hear me, bro?
I hear you. No, I hear you, but here's the issue, right? Marriage didn't start in 2024. Marriage as a concept started closer to what I'm talking about. Whereas, listen, the woman has a role, the man has the role, the man is the head. And especially once you get into religious terminology like a Catholic school, the man is the undisputed champion of the goddamn family.
But if you want a successful, but
no.
But none of us are Catholic.
So marriages didn't start being successful yesterday, bro. Marriage has been successful for 2,000 years, and it's not because you listen to your wife. It's because you tell your wife what to do. That's how marriage has been successful.
But listen, it's 51-49, bro. If you want the success, I'm just telling you, it can't be 70-30.
That's correct.
60-40. It's 51-49, dog. At the end of the day, man, she's not going. For me, nigga. She's not gonna cross me, bro. But like, I'm
so
not
we having
gonna
a
sit here
difference
and
in
act like,
degrees.
but listen what I'm telling you. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not dealing with a person of equal standing, fam.
When did I
She's
say that
deferring,
though?
but listen to me, bruh, so you can hear me. Because what she's deferring to me is that other percent, that 51%. She's deferring that to me, bro. She's still a human being, bro. She still has every right to do what the fuck she wants to do. So that 51% that she's listen, bro, the 51% that she's allotted.
She's not your horse. Just because she's a stallion doesn't mean you have to put a thing around her neck and yank her every time you say, "Come here." That's not how we do things. That's not how we do. That's not how we get down. We treat our women like human beings, like everybody else. And if you don't want to treat your woman like a human being, you shouldn't be with a woman.
Me as her
Try pulling that with white folks.
husband. That's the respect I'm supposed to give back in listening to her opinion, her thoughts, her understanding on things, and then providing the leadership with her input. It's not just me, bro. That's what I'm trying to make sure you understand. It's her input that makes it work.
I hear you, but I want to point out some double speak. You can't acquiesce authority to me as a husband and then take offense that I want to use authority as a husband.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
What?
Again, if she's giving you that 51% to make decisions, then you can't be fighting me every step of the way after you've given me the 51% to make decisions. So when I say he should have the right to make rules, and then you say she defers that right to you, why are we disagreeing? If she gives you the right to make rules, why don't you make rules then? This is all I'm asking about. Why is it wrong?
So again, I agree with you, which is why I'm saying there comes a point in a marriage where you both have the understanding that you're going to the same place. If you got the same goal, it ain't gonna be no everyday argument and fighting and breakdown in your relationship because you both are headed to the same place.
Mm-hmm. In other words, if we want to go to Disneyland and I want to take the southern route, I don't know what's going on outside, but if I want to take a certain route and somehow it's blocked off in a certain distance, in a certain area, I can't hardly explain it, but anyway, or if I get tired and I say, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I can't drive, she's going to take the rest of the way. She's going to drive the rest of the way. And when she gets tired, I'm rested. I'm so rested to the point where I'm going to drive. And then when it's time to make decisions, when we get to where we're going, if I don't like the location when it comes to, let's just say, if we're going to go to a certain hotel or a certain, where did we go? We didn't go to, we went to a, God damn. It was a nice ass hotel. I can't even explain where we went to, but it was all nice. It was all, that was just bad analogy on my part.
Your disagreements won't be that bad, bro.
No, hold on.
What you're talking about.
If that were the case, then there would be no need for her to acquiesce authority. We would just go together hand in hand. But no, she acquiesces authority because somebody has to have it.
But listen, there is a need because in terms of getting ahead, right? Nobody's always correct. The only reason it's 51-49 is because, again, she's going to concede that to me. When it's time for her to be in doubt, she's going to look at me and, nigga, I can't be in doubt. Okay, so
let me ask a hypothetical, not a hypothetical, but let me lay out a scenario, right? Because we're coming at this from the position that a man with authority is going to beat the hell out of his wife. Do you abuse your wife with the authority she gives you?
Absolutely not. That's my point.
So why is that the assumption? You don't do it. Why do you assume that that's just how it is?
Because that's how you're presenting it, bro. That's what I'm trying to make
When
sure
did I present it that way? What did I say that sounds like beat her up? What did I
No,
say?
because-
That sounds like beat around.
because
I
it's-
said you don't
because
make
it's-
rules.
Because it sounds like you're saying the relationship has to be predicated on what you think, your thoughts, your decisions, and it comes down to you and
Then
whatever
what's she
she
giving me
thinks of
authority
it.
for?
Because again, it's this her point in being.
This do not understand that when you're already in a position of authority, you're already in a position of authority. But your wife has the leeway to be an authority figure herself. She just doesn't cross you for you. She makes options and opinions. You make the final decision. And if he doesn't like the decision that is being made, he is going to what? Again, look to his partner, his not just his wife, but his partner, his confidant, his best friend that's supposed to be his wife for guidance. There ain't supposed to be anybody else.
Being with you is for you to provide a level of leadership, not completely take over her life, but she's not a robot. That
You're
goes back
giving
to
me
telling you she's a
authority.
human being.
You're
She's not a
giving me
drone.
authority to do what you want to do. You see how double speak that is? You're giving me the
No,
authority
okay.
so long as I do everything you
Okay.
want me to do.
Hold on.
That's not
Hold on.
that's
Hold
not-
on.
this is
Hold on.
something
Hold
else.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So do you believe when you get a job, your boss have authority over you, correct?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm there. And I agree to
So
that.
now, all right. So now when you have this job, can that boss just do whatever it wants to you?
Under a certain
No.
Structure, like under the rules of the company, yeah, he has authority. He has broad
No,
authority
he
under the
cannot.
rules of the company.
Absolutely not.
Again, if you want to
No. He or she does not have that much authority over you. That's why you have HR and that's why you have unions.
leave, you can leave. But while you're there, he
That's
has
why there's
authority.
HR and so many policies in
That's
place.
why there's a collective
Management
bargaining
cannot
agreement.
abuse you.
There's no HR department in a marriage. You either work with
Hold
them.
on. Hold on. Hold on. The HR department is the conversation. That's the HR department, the conversation. So you cannot just tell me go jump off a bridge, and because you are my husband, I just go jump off a bridge. We're gonna have a car. Why am I jumping off the bridge?
I'm with that. But see,
no, you're not. The way how you are
yes, I
talking,
am.
you are not with that. You are taking away full autonomy away.
No.
I'm gonna take it off of the wife. You are taking it away from the employee. You saying the employee does not have, once they sign a contract with the boss, that they cannot do anything. Whatever the boss say is goals, because I gave full authority to my boss, is what you are saying.
So hold on.
Wait a
When your
minute.
wife
Hello?
goes to
Can I
work, she
break
does
in a
what
little
the
bit?
boss says.
Hold on,
But
Bob.
when she comes home, she can't do what you say.
What the fuck are you talking about? Can we
When
please?
your wife goes to
Hold on.
work,
Can
she
we
does
please
what the
hold
boss
on? Can we
says. But when she
please
comes
hold
home,
on?
she can't
Hold
do what
on.
you
Stop
say.
talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's have a line of thought. Please. I understand your truth that you just said, but your truth for what you just said has nothing to do with the topic.
We were talking about authority and bosses.
So
What do you mean?
again, what I said was, because you're saying once Taz got that 51% authority, you are saying some bullshit. Nobody has 100% authority of another human being, is what we are saying, regardless of husband and wife.
Honor and obey.
Okay,
Nobody
obey.
said that.
Fine.
What does
Okay,
obey
so-
mean?
So
What does
honor
obey mean?
and obey.
What does it mean, Shannon? I'm Sharon. Sorry. What does it mean, bro?
Okay, so again, so you want to tell me what it means? So this way you build it, because you building this argument, not me. So
I'm
what
not
is
the
it?
one making the
You are,
challenge.
Jesus Christ.
You're acting like a woman.
Hold on. I'm trying to allow you to direct the conversation, and we're gonna see where you go. We're gonna see your leadership skills. You brought up the word obey. What does obey mean? And why did you bring it into the conversation?
Obey means you follow the commands of. And it's
Uh-huh.
I brought it
Right.
into the conversation because it's a traditional marriage vow.
He talking about Old Bay,
Okay.
the spice, Sharon.
Okay, so all right. So obey
That was
means
funny,
to come.
Salty.
Oh, Jesus. It means to comply to direction, right? Or a request, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so therefore a request
Okay, yeah.
All right, or a command. So that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean.
Lisa, you want to give the definition of obey, or should I? I'm gonna go ahead and give the definition of obey. Honor, love, intelligence, and decency. Well, let's take out the intelligence, but decency. The decency to concede to your partner/partners and to do whatever he or she desires at vice versa. So in other words, if you tell your wife that you're going to the mall and I'm gonna buy some shit. Let's skip all the dumb shit. If I tell my wife that I am going to Dallas to live, she is either going to follow me or not. At the same time, if my wife tells me that she is going to Washington because she has gotten a job in Washington and that we have to move, I have to concede to that because of the simple fact that it's going to be better not just for her, but for us as a family. For us as a family. Hey, Lita, long time no see.
It doesn't mean that you don't have no options. It says comply. What do comply means?
That's not a vow, bro.
Damn, she said hi, we don't like, bye, we don't like. Damn.
Vow says honor and
Hold on.
One by the definition, I'm pretty. Do you want me to bring up? Do you want me to bring up the definition so I could be exact? Because I know comply. I know comply is in the word obey. Do you want me to bring up the exact definition?
Bring it up, but you
okay. Let me bring up the exact definition. Okay, because you want to go down this rabbit hole. We're gonna show how much of a leader you are. Okay, obey. It means to comply with command, direction, or request of person or a law. Submit to the authority. That's the exact definition.
Authority, right? Submit to the authority.
Submit. So what do? Okay, there we go. Let's build on it. So to get submission, how do you get submission?
I wouldn't even know because these chicks.
The other person has to. The other person had to agree to it. Correct?
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. So therefore, the other person have an opinion in the submission. And you are taking that part away from the woman. Hold on. So you are taking. Hold on. So when you are having your conversation, just now the way how you describe it, you are taking autonomy away from the woman. She don't have no submission. She is just being controlled. It's two different things. Control and submission. Two different. Hold on. Submission and control is two different things. Submission, the other person gotta be willing to give you the control. That's what Taz is saying. That's what the other 51% is doing. You agree on that? You, the way how you are describing it, you are describing it 100%, and the person does not.
To be perfectly honest, the woman is giving you control. If we're going to be honest, even though that some of us, most of us, are striving for independence, has independence, is independent, has everything, job, car, status, and you meet at a certain level, she is actually, if we look at it, giving you authority, because of the simple fact that she is actually looking for someone who is just like, quote unquote, her father, so to speak, because her father was an authority figure in her life. Who do I look for protection? If I am a woman, who do I look for protection? My father, right? If I'm a man, who do I look for guidance? My father. My mother is a vessel, is the of another part of me, which I came out of my mother. She's another part of she is another part of the strength that she's another part of the wheel. How does it go? How does it go, Lisa? If I am the head, then my wife is the neck, correct? So if something happens to me, then my will and my spirit will move on through my wife. My will and my spirit will move on through my wife, and she will be the head and neck until otherwise. She is not a slave, and she's not an authority figure either. She is just someone who is there to oversee things until the king is present. What are some of the things we learn from chess? The queen can go several moves, up, down, sideways, right? Where does the king land? He lands 2 spaces. Or I'm sorry, 1. I think it's either 1 or 2. He lands 1 space. The queen is supposed to summon the rooks, the pawns, the towers and whatever to protect the king. If somebody takes somebody's king, that's checkmate. In other words, if I go out with a bang, there has to be somebody one day to take my place, because the energy does not die off. The energy goes to another person, and that person that she picks, or the person that picks her, if he is willing to take care of the responsibilities, now he is the head. He is the head. He is or she would be the vessel. He would be the head. He would be the king to his queen. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be just a king to a slave. That doesn't work. She's not a slave. She's not a robot.
Have no control of anything.
Sharon. Sorry, because I'm sorry.
Please talk to what we are talking about, and do not make no truths about something that's not pertaining.
No, I want to respond directly to the hypocritical argument here. You say that she has to agree to it, and I agree, right? But that's what the courtship and the wedding is for. That wedding is the process of her acquiescence, right? That is a symbol. It's a giant ceremony to symbolize her acquiescence. That whole wedding vow, and you say it right there in front of everybody, to honor and obey. What part of her having an opinion means she doesn't have to honor and obey?
Wait, but so that's the thing. A lot of people don't even use that as the wedding vow, right? So that comes.
I know, because they want to be modern, right?
Right, and so that's a lot of women ain't agreeing to honor and obey, is what I'm saying currently. So that's not even an issue because they haven't yielded or acquiesced, right? And so that's not a part of their wedding vow.
So
Let's
again,
move on.
and obey means to instruct somebody to do something. That doesn't mean you don't have no say in it. This is the part that you are missing because you are taking out the part that the woman
You're
doesn't have any
commanded to
say.
obey.
Yes,
You're commanded
again,
to obey.
mother hood. Again,
who?
yes. Hold on. So
My
once I
God.
give you, so hood,
Nigga,
just
shut
like I'm giving you instruction to allow me to finish out a full thought, you are not obeying, correct?
Yeah, so far. Yeah,
All right,
you're
so I'm giving you an.
The word obey, comply with the commands, direct or request. So if I request you to do something and you do it, you have a choice to do it or not. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to do it anyway, right? Same thing with the woman. Same thing with the man. If my wife commands me to go to the store and get some toilet paper so we can wipe our asses, I have 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go to the store. That's obedience. That's called obedience.
Instruction. We having a conversation. That does not stop just because we are having a disagreement or a conversation back and forth doesn't mean that she is not going to obey.
Even in the context of this disagreement,
hold on before we move. Hold on, because I'm tired of y'all just giving blanket statements of truth. Do you understand that just because we had a conversation about it doesn't mean she's not going to obey? Do you understand that?
I reject that. You are commanded to obey, just like the man is commanded to love and protect you. We both have things that we have to do. That's the order of things.
So what you are saying, you don't understand what the word obey means.
I reject your false definition. You are trying
it's
to.
Not a false.
I
read the definition again.
What part of obey means you don't have to do it?
Yeah, bro. I don't have to be obedient to my wife, bro. You sound crazy, bro.
You don't have to. That's not your command. Nowhere in that it doesn't say you're commanded to obedience to your wife. Nowhere in the traditional vow does it say that.
No, it's a request.
What traditional vow, bro?
Okay, hold on. Hood conservative, because y'all motherfuckers is so okay. Y'all so intelligent. Y'all swear y'all know the definition of words. Did not I say the word said comply in it? Correct? You remember that part, Hood?
You are commanded to comply.
Do you remember that I said the definition have the word comply in it? Yes or no?
Yes, comply is in there.
Okay,
yes.
So now what do comply means?
It means to do what you're told.
No, it doesn't. It means to act. I'm gonna give you the exact. Act in accordance with a wish or a command.
We are saying the same.
I'm not going through all them damn definitions. He knows what it means. This is like people wanted to acquiesce to other bogus things and want to only control women. That's all they want to do. And it doesn't work. I wouldn't be surprised if women left. Women left, and until you get your shit right, don't even come back. I wouldn't mind it at all.
Same thing with
we are not.
A command is to do what you're told. If you're being commanded, and command sounds even worse. I never said I want to command a woman. It's not an army.
Comply.
What is the definition of comply? To acquiesce to a command, right?
Oh my God.
What is a command? What is a command?
I am convinced.
What is a command?
I am convinced that y'all just want to argue to argue. It is okay to be wrong.
You really don't like logic and truth. What is a command, bro?
No, that's
can I give a little bit of historical context? Can I give a little bit of historical context on where that love, honor, and obey actually comes from? Sharon?
Yes.
Don't these people they're a big joke. They are a big ass joke. Because they want to rule over women, but they don't want to rule the world. What type of backward thinking is that? You had everything taken away from you. Even your laws are so skewed, and now all of a sudden you want to command over a woman for what? Because you can't dominate anything else. That's stupid.
Okay. So it comes from the Church of England they're the first book of common and or not
the religious structure. Every marriage is a religious ceremony.
No, it's not.
Only
You can go
in the
to
modern
court
day.
and sign
Only in the
paperwork.
modern
Once
day.
you
Only in
sign
the
that
modern day.
paperwork, you are married.
No, sweetie. We didn't start
Don't
this
call me
yesterday.
sweetie,
Only,
motherfucker, because you too
ma'am,
stupid to call me sweetie.
Ma'am, like Jesus Christ, can't even be nice to women. Ma'am, in the modern day, you come up with these ideas. Marriage didn't start yesterday. The ideas of marriage didn't start yesterday. The ideas of marriage were always religious based. Now, the problem is you're commanded under that order. You're commanded by God. So tell me how marriage. Point to a marriage in history that has no religious.
Okay, let's start with that. First of all, let me.
Ma'am, in the modern day, you come up with these ideas. Marriage didn't start yesterday. The ideas of marriage didn't start yesterday. The ideas of marriage were always religious based. Now,
no, they weren't. The ideas of marriage were started because of slavery. The idea of marriage because of the idea of your child or your or significant other being taken away from you. Your families are going to be split apart. So what did they do? They married one another. It started in the 13th or 14th century, where there were no such things as rings. You jumped the broom or you jumped the whatchamacallit or whatever, and you were automatically married, and they could not split you apart. They could not split the families apart if they were legally married to each other.
The problem is you're commanded under that order. You're commanded by.
And it wasn't based on religion either.
By God. So tell me how marriage. Point to a marriage in history that has no religion.
Okay. Let's start with that. First of all, let me ask the
Prove
question.
that point for me then.
Hold on, because this is not making any sense to me whatsoever. I'm tired of these men just arguing to argue. And this is a time for you to learn something new. I don't understand why it's so difficult for y'all to learn something new. Y'all fight it so hard, even though y'all are so wrong. Are you married?
No.
Are you married?
No, I'm not. No.
And this is probably why, because you have a perverted ideology of what marriage is. You think that.
Thank you.
You, just because you have a penis, that you're supposed to have full autonomy over your woman. She has no choice in the matter what you decide to do.
Yeah, let that happen and see how far your marriage will go. Let's just see that. Let's just see if you last 10 years from now. No, I'll give you 5. If you can last 5 years, you've done a little. You tasted a little something. You pre-tasted something. But if you lasted 10 years like I did, you have made it. But there's so much more to absorb. So much more. The good times, the bad times, the crazy times. The times when you're broke and don't have anything. What you can do with so much. The times where you actually get lucky and get something, where the vacations you take, right? The vacations you take, the love that you make, the flowers that he brings, the love that she sings, the arguments, the pains, the hurts, the cries, the tears, the betrayals. You don't know what it's like to be in a marriage. What did it say, Lisa? Take thy wed through sickness and in health till death do you part. To hold and to cherish and all that other shit. I forgot.
Do whether you go turn her homeless, she has no thought patterns whatsoever to change your mind at all. Hey, baby, I'm gonna go spend all my money doing XYZ. I don't give a fuck what you say because I'm the man. You're supposed to obey me. Correct?
No, I'm not going to say that's
Of
correct.
course, you would say no because it's
You're taking a
extreme,
personal
right? But
attack
if it's
at me,
the
and I'm
other
not
way
going to do that.
around, you'd say
No,
yes.
you're taking like a personal attack at me right now, so I'm not going to do that
That's
with
not
you.
a personal
The
attack, but
point
some
is, I
of
know
us
what
know
words
who
mean.
are conservative,
No,
especially
what does
men.
command mean, Sharon? What
Oh
simply,
my
what
God.
does a command
We
mean?
would
Because
give,
when you try to play this intellect game, but I know words have simple definitions, and if you are
we
allowed to
gave
give a
you the
command, and if
definition.
he's ordered to obey the command, how in the fuck am I so far off base? Now the only difference is
Okay,
whether you're
so
going to
here's
get
why
beast
you
or
fall
not.
off base. Here's why you fall off base. 'Cause it was a word before command, and the word before command was comply.
Oh Lord, I ain't
So
gonna.
we act like you are a man, or I could say you are a black man that is stupid. Those are two different things, correct?
What is your point?
My point is that the definition of obey says comply.
Think the way they think, and I have a daughter and a wife, dog. I'd be
This
confused.
is why, Taz. This is why. This is what they
Oh,
really
God,
want,
get this
Taz.
mook shit out of here,
Hold
bro.
on, let me tell you why. Because this
Shit.
is what they really want. They want fake ass fucking women. That's why they want
What the
drunks
fuck
with
is
a
that?
BBL,
Nigga,
some
get this gay
goddamn
porn off the
pretties.
screen,
They
bro. Why
want
you
to go
watching
ahead
gay
and
porn?
do this. That's why.
Get gay porn shit out of here, bro. You trying to ruin my argument with gay porn? That's so weak,
That's
bro.
why. That's your
That's some
problem.
weak
Y'all
ass
don't know what
shit.
y'all want. Y'all.
Well, what did I say earlier? You want to control women so bad, but you're not going to get the opportunity. Ain't nobody who has, even with a third grade education, is going to let you control them. No way. So you might as well get people like this. Oh man, Kevin Winslow. I don't think he knew that this woman was a transie. I don't think he knew. I mean, he's having too much fun. He's having too much fun at all.
I don't want fucking women. Y'all want fucking women. Y'all want men that look like women.
What does it say? This is why everyone isn't married. Mutual. I agree. This is why everyone isn't married. Mutual. I truly agree. You know why? Because they don't value marriage. They value lust. When you are in love with somebody, women can feel that. Women can sense it. When you are in lust, women can feel that. Women can sense it. They have what's called a sixth sense about themselves, about different kind of men, certain kind of men. If you're the type of man that just wants sex all the time, they're gonna know that, and they're gonna say it's like, they ain't got the time for it. They just don't have the time for it because they want something real. And if they also know when you tricking, they also know when you tricking them. They all know. They know they're not dumb. You have basically startled a hornet's nest. We did. We started a hornet's nest as men. So the women of today are not going. They're just not going. Either you're going to tell the truth or you're going to end up alone by yourself. Thank God I'm not in this era. Thank God I am still married. Thank God I don't have to go through all that bullshit.
And it goes to show because this same fucking man, said, no, I don't like transsexuals. I don't like them. And then guess what? Mr. C in New York, he said the same thing. I don't like fucking lady boys. And guess what happened?
Using gay porn.
Oh, y'all motherfuckers is liars. Y'all love fucking men so much. Y'all willing to do whatever it takes to be with a fucking man. Even if they're a black woman. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers. If you want to go ahead and be that, then be that. Stop lying to us.
So if you believe in the biblical order of things, you want to fuck a dude?
I have to concur with Sharon there. I really do.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I have to say this. I said it myself.
You not believe in no biblical order of nothing. You're trying to use the biblical order as a way to control women. And that's not what Taz is saying. That's not what Brownsville is saying. That's not what Brownsville is. That's not what none of us is saying. You are the only one, and you are the man that is not married. You're trying to use biblical content to control your woman.
This whole conversation started at a biblical point because the white guys at a Christian church talking to Christian girls about Christian.
I didn't know we were white.
Ideas. This whole thing goes back to the biblical concept. When I explain it to you, you niggas want to play gay porn because you hate the Bible.
But
the Bible sanctions your
this nigga play some gay porn. Now we supposed to shut the fuck up because you play a big booty nigga. What the fuck is that?
No. But the biblical order is that you are a slave as well, right?
You're not a slave.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yes, you are.
Nigga, that's the biblical order, right? And it told you, the Bible told you to obey as a slave, right? Oh, but that's how you think you ended up as a slave. They used the Bible as sanctions.
They used the Bible against you. Numb nuts. Monday through Friday, you picking cotton. Saturday through Sunday, you get beat upside the head with the Bible. In a state of fear and consequence. That's what they put on you. Do you not see that?
The Bible.
All right, hold on. One at a time. Go ahead, P.S. Diva. Go ahead.
No, and so he want to talk about biblical order when it comes to men and women. Right. But when we, draw that out to its logical conclusion, based on that, your status as a slave is also sanctioned by the Bible. That's the biblical order, right? They use the Bible in order to justify slavery, in order to sanction it and get it, popping in the first place, right? And so, if that's the case, if we focused on biblical order, then you need to accept your order as a slave, right? And so that's why you still at the bottom of the hierarchy, and that was the dog whistle that he made in his speech to DEI, right? And so he's saying, keep them niggas like you at the bottom of the hierarchy. Do away with all of this stuff. What happened?
Ain't it a Bible verse that says obey your wife? But ain't it a Bible verse that say obey your wife?
Where? Point to me.
Oh, you ain't cut me off to talk about some shit I wasn't talking about.
Yes, they do. That's what they do.
Read the verse that says obey your wife. Read it.
I have to look, but I'm not a biblical person, but I'm asking because I thought it was a specific Bible verse that says husbands obey your wives, wives obey your husbands.
So you cut me off.
First
Corinthians. You don't even know if it exists or not.
Read it to me then. Read it to me.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I understand this. Hood conservative. So you're saying hold on. Are you not a Bible thumper?
No, I don't thump the Bible. We're having a conversation about this.
You using biblical text and acting like you have some. This is
your whole show is about a Christian dude talking Christian shit. What are you mad about?
If you don't know anything about if you don't know anything about the Bible, if you don't know anything about the Quran, why do Negroes? Oh my God! First oldest, now this nigga. Oh my God!
And you was having a fucking conversation. This shows the intellect of some people. This shows the intellect of some people. We were having a conversation. Me and you were having a conversation, and you try to make it biblical like you are some Bible thumper.
I don't even know why I showed up to begin with.
Again, how did we get to this point? We're talking about marriage, and I explained that marriage has a religious.
Okay, hold on. Hood conservative. So maybe you don't realize how communicator you are. Taz is cool. Did you have the same assumption that I had?
Yes, I did, and that's why I said what I was saying. I wasn't trying to cut Diva off. I was trying to add to what she was saying. Like, well, it says obey your master, but shit, it says obey your wife too, don't it? So, you know what I'm saying? My bad. I wasn't trying to cut you off, sis. That was more so trying to add to your point.
And so,
you can't add while
man. Hey, guys.
Hold on, Dr. B. Hold on.
I thought you was wrapping it up, fam. I thought you was done. My
hold
bad.
on, Dr. B. So,
Ephesians 5:22 and 24.
You didn't even say hello yet. Hold on, doctor. And so what I'm saying to you is this.
Oh, okay. All these godforsaken Bible thumpers. It's pollution to my ears. We gonna finish up with Dr. Umar. Then we out of here. I'm sick of these Negroes.
You had your documentation. You can show. I begged them to stop that boy from bullying my son. From a white teacher to test the kid in preschool or kindergarten because she's claiming he got a learning disability when he don't. He just hasn't been subject to any pre-academic exposure at all. Ghetto babies. They show up, can't sit still for 5 minutes, not because they got ADHD, but because in your house there was no discipline. When your child gets to kindergarten, he should know how to write his name, his address, your name, your phone number. He should know his colors, his numbers, his sizes, and his shapes before kindergarten. And if he don't, I'm going to tell you right now, Mrs. Buckenholder, she not going to waste no time trying to teach you. Now, for those of y'all who got children who got speech problems, your child got a stuttering, they have trouble articulating, I don't have a problem with a child being classified with a speech and language impairment for the purposes of getting speech therapy. Yes, it's special ed. Yes, they get an IEP, but the good news is speech children do not go to an isolated special ed class. They stay in the regular class and they get pulled out for speech therapy. So if you think your child needs a little bit of speech therapy, go ahead and get them tested for that. They need to have a 25% delay in order to qualify for the service. But I'm going to tell you this, speech parents. You get what you pay for. What I mean by that is in my 25 years of experience, speech therapists can be quite lazy. They do not work with your children as much as they claim they do on paper. And if you know, like I know, you should be contacting the African American Speech and Language Therapists Association for a recommendation of a private speech pathologist somewhere in your county who you can pay out of pocket for the service. You get what you pay for. And don't act like you can't afford it because it's only going to be about $35, $45 a session. You spend more than that on your nails every week. And by the way, last month, y'all went Christmas shopping. And I'm willing to bet there were very few books under your Christmas tree. I'm willing to bet you did not invest in an up-to-date dictionary with more than 100 pages in it. I'm willing to bet you didn't invest in a thesaurus. I'm willing to bet you did not invest in a new set of encyclopedia. You bought video games, you brought sneakers, you brought clothes, you brought tablets, you brought big screen televisions. Do you know what you basically did with your Christmas shopping? You invested in your child's future incarceration. Because everything you bought them for Christmas is a distraction from academic excellence. Wait a minute. Raekwon is in the 5th grade, reading on the 2nd grade level. And you went out and bought him a video game system for Christmas. The boy is 3 grades behind level, and you bought him a video game system. Who in the hell think Raekwon gonna ever learn how to read once he start playing the video games? What y'all doing? Why is there a video game system in a house where the kids can't read on grade level? You making slaves for the penitentiary. I got you. Because you know if Raekwon can't read by the time he finished the 5th grade, there's a 75% chance he'll spend some of his early adulthood in jail. Y'all do know that. And you know what's sad about that? You know how to read, but your son don't. That means you're not working with him. How mommy can read and son can't? That man right there taught himself how to read under punishment of death, on the run from the slave master. No IEP, no special ed, no school psychologist. And you mean to tell me 200 years later, your child needs special help? No, he's specially lazy. What is the #1 job of a black parent? To teach your child discipline. And what is Dr. Umar's definition of discipline? It's the ability for your child to do what needs to be done when it got to be done, whether they like it or not. Does your son have that? Does your daughter have the ability to put down the video game and get my homework done? The ability to put down the basketball, football, come in the house and clean up my room by a certain time because that's what daddy said. The ability to check my homework to make sure I earn the highest grade possible. Many of you are raising lazy black kids who only do what they want to do when they feel like doing it. And you know what the problem with that is? As we all know as adults, you have to be able to do what you don't want to do, to be in a space to do what you like to do. And if you black, you got to work twice as hard to get half as much. So how in the hell you raising black kids to be lazy in a world going to be discriminated against for everything they do? Lord have mercy. That's why at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I originally wanted a residential school. Hopefully one day we'll get to the residential school. We're going to start with a day school, but I want it overnight. You know why I want it overnight? Because I didn't want your children coming back home to you, because you're part of my problem. You part of the damn problem. Yes! And I want to give the pastor an extra shout out, Pastor, because I do not see a picture of a white Christ in here. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! We still got pictures of white Jesus in black churches. I know because I speak in them. And the pastor say, Dr. Umar, it's not that big of a deal. Color don't matter. Pastor, if color don't matter, why did the white man go all over the earth? Black Jesus painting sculpture and picture he could find and turning it white if it didn't matter. Color does matter. And let me tell you why color matters, my multicultural colorblind Negroes. Color matters because everything in your brain is stored as an image. I hope you're following me. Everything, all your memories are images. So if you take a black child to church with a white Jesus and you say this is our Lord and Savior, that image will be imprinted in your child's long-term memory. It will become an unconscious law of his being. And when he's old enough to go to school, he will automatically look to worship white people unconsciously, because if God is white and he's all powerful, then maybe that explains why the white police get to kill black people and get away with it. Furthermore, I need y'all to understand something, because I cringe when I hear Negroes say, well, this is just a color. No, it's not. This in your skin, this melanin is a chemical. It is an energy. It is a power. This is your birthright. This is your spiritual aptitude. Because you have melanin, you have a connection to supreme consciousness, Almighty God, that no other people could ever reach. We are the chosen ones. Dr. Umar, why did God create the white man to punish black folks? Because the white man is your test on earth. He's your test. You claim to be so holy. You claim to believe in God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever you into. Then guess what? Overcome white supremacy then. Because it is through your struggle that you perfect your spirituality. There ain't no such thing about being a God-fearing black person and you are not impacting the reality of your community. Jesus was a political force. Moses was a political force. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was a political force. Don't tell me you so religious and you don't make no difference in Antioch. I had this conversation with a pastor back home in Philadelphia. I said, Pastor, if your job is really to do the Lord's work, really to do the Lord's work, why are you so comfortable with your people catching hell every day? Rule number 2 for your children. Don't sign the psychological evaluation until you read every page of it. And if you don't understand what you're reading, that's why Dr. Umar is here. You call me up, we schedule a consult, and we'll go over the evaluation together. I'm so sick and tired of y'all walking into these schools, signing your name on documentation you didn't even read. You don't read the psych eval, but you signing it. You don't read the IEP, but you signing it. You didn't read the 504 plan, but you signing it. You didn't read the functional behavioral assessment, but you signing it. What's wrong with you? You walk into the school, they shove a paper in your hand, just sign it, and you just sign it. Do you know that's an insult? I work in black schools and white schools. They don't treat white parents like that. They don't shove stuff in their face when they walk into the school and say, sign it. They put it in the envelope and they send it home. And the next time somebody shove a paper in your face in the school, you know what you're going to tell them? I'm taking this home. Well, we need it now. That's your problem. If you needed this today, I should have had it last week. Teach them how to treat you. You don't let nobody make you think you got time. Oh, we got to hurry up and do the IEP meeting. We're about to be out of compliance. No, you're about to be out of compliance. I'm the parent. I ain't got no timelines. This is my child. I got to get with them. Most of your children go to Title I schools. Title I schools. Title I comes from the Lyndon Baines Johnson Elementary and Secondary Schools Act of 1965. You know what Title I money is? It's where they give you money to help improve the reading and math skills of children who live in impoverished communities. So can I ask you a question? If your child's school in Antioch is a Title I school, why are they trying to force you to put them in special ed instead of using some of that Title I money to pay for a tutor? The next time the school talk about Raheem can't read, ask them where the tutor from the Title I money. We don't ever ask them about the Title I money, millions of dollars. In fact, pastor need to have a conversation with the superintendent because he can use some of them Title I funds in here and start a reading math after school program. They be robbing us and we be letting them. When the last time a black person had a contract with the Antioch school system? Who got the contract to clean the bathrooms? Who got the contract to wash the windows? Who got the contract to get rid of the old damaged furniture? Who got the contract to mop the floors? Who got the contract to put the audio-visual cameras in? Do you know these are $1 million contracts? When the last time a black person had one? But let me back up. When the last time one of you Negroes went to a school board meeting? Because if you don't go to the school board meeting, you don't know who getting the contract because that's when they give out the contract. Start going to the school board meetings. I don't care.
It's very important.
Where I am in America, Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee, Houston, Little Rock, Jackson, Mississippi, Oakland, Antioch, Sacramento. I walk into a school board meeting. I'll be lucky if I see 5 black folks. A whole sea of white folks getting your damn tax money in the name of contracts because you're too lazy to show up. I want to give white people an award for coming up with the greatest invention of the modern age. It ain't the cell phone, it ain't the airplane, it ain't the atomic bomb, it ain't medication. The greatest thing ever invented was the American Negro. An organism that works against.
I think it was G. Carter Woodson. I have the book, like Michael G. Carter Woodson. The Miseducation of the American Negro. Go and read it. The Miseducation of the American Negro. If you haven't read it, go read it.
Against his own best interest without even being paid to do it. We self-destruct without even being funded to self-destruct. The most honorable Marcus Garvey said we curse with petty differences. If we ain't got a reason to fight with each other, we'll make one up. I better get over it. Till you hate racism more than you hate each other. Nothing changes.
Black folks hate other black folks. Old black folks hate young black folks. Young black folks hate old black folks. Black women hate black men. Black men hate black women. That's American Negroism.
And I want to be clear, I'm not against Caucasians. I'm not against no other race, but I'm pro my own. And I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize for that.
Nah, Shay.
I got white folks and Negro peons all on YouTube. He's the black Hitler. I ain't never advocated harm against nobody.
I remember.
I help white people and their kids too, but they'll never tell you. That's they call me Arab.
I remember it well. 4 Negroes sitting watching Dr. Umar. Negro-splaining. Negro-splaining. Don't even... man. Well, ain't nothing wrong with a white woman. What are you talking about? Man, he's a supremacist. He's a black supremacist. Ain't no such thing as a black supremacist, you idiot.
Chinese, they all call me. They won't tell you that. I'll help anybody, but not before I help mines. Next, do not go to a school meeting by yourself ever again in your life. Mother, father, grandparents, foster parents, auntie, uncle, raising your nieces and nephews. Don't go to any public, charter, parochial, independent school by yourself for a meeting. Always take somebody with you because you need a witness in case you ever got to sue somebody. If you notice, whenever you go to the school, it'll be 10 school members for you. One black mother in Antioch, one black mother in Sacramento, and you got 10 white folks surrounding you like a clan gathering. You got the principal, the vice principal, the principal intern, the dean of students, the math coach, the reading coach, the school social worker, the school psychologist, the school counselor, the bus driver, the window sweeper, the trash man, the lunch aide. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you sitting in there like, damn, they told me they wanted to talk to me about my son's behavior. Did they need 12 people? Do you know why they got 12 people? 2 functions. To intimidate you, number 1. Because see, you sitting there and you ain't got all these degrees. Or even if you got them, you're outnumbered. Or you're not an educator. So they telling you, well, I'm a reading specialist. I'm a math coach. I've been a principal for 50 years. I taught you and your mother, remember? They love that, don't they? I taught your brother. Yeah, and look how that turned out. The job of the bully meeting, because that's what it is, the bully meeting is to force you to sign that paper. Oh, just sign. We just want to see if you got ADHD. Don't worry about it. Let's just see. It's only for Raheem. And you go ahead and sign it. Take somebody with you. Women, bring the father. If you can't bring the father, bring the uncle, cousin, next door neighbor. And if you can't find no alpha males in the community, I want you to go to the weed corner and get Tay and Mike.
Tay.
Oh, yeah. They won't bully you no more. Show up in that meeting with Mike and Tay, wife beater, 50 tattoos, cornrows, pants sagging, crack out, Timberlands leaning, smelling like weed. Take them all in there. Tell them, don't sit down, fold your arms, look mean, but never speak. Oh, yeah. See, I love the ex-con brothers because they're not scared of nobody. See, the brothers with the college degrees, we done turned into punks and cowards trying to protect our credentials. Brother fresh out of prison, he ain't scared of the cops, he ain't scared of the school, he ain't scared of nobody. That's who we need fighting. And shame on any black man who don't go with the baby mom or wife to go see about your son. Nothing hurts me more than to see mothers in there fighting for sons. Where the damn daddy at? Even when I do my Black Parent Boot Camp, y'all going to see it February 17th in Oakland. Very few black men will be there. It's a shame. Our sons are being crushed in these school systems, and we don't even want to learn how to protect them. We think it's a mother's job. Sad. Don't go to these meetings by yourself. And by the way, every school in Antioch, every school in Sacramento, every school in Richmond, every school in Oakland, every school in Marin City has a white teacher mafia. Do you know what the white teacher mafia is? It's a handful of Caucasian women, 4 or 5 of them. Miss Beckenberger is on it. Miss Pellegrino. Shut up!
What is up with all these damn names? What the fuck is that name to each other?
Dr. Schwarzkopf. And guess what this was?
I like bucket. I like bucket mouth.
White teacher mafia do. They run the whole school. They run it. This is why your black principals can never be good principals. You know why? They set us up to fail. I remember I was offered a high school right outside of Philadelphia. Dr. Johnson, we want you to come and be principal. We know you can turn the school around. I said, you know what? I know I could too, but we got one problem. And they said, what? I said, the teachers union. I said, if you want me to change the school around, I got to choose my own teachers. You want me to change the school around with the same lazy, racist teachers. Are y'all with me? This is why black principals can't win. You give us the school, but you give us soldiers that we didn't choose. And then I say, I need her out of my school. She lazy, she racist, she don't do no work, she bully my new teachers who want to do good, she bully them. Well, she was the 1965 Teacher of the Year. Miss Bucket Holder.
What's up with these names?
1965. This is what they do. They come. Well, you know she graduated from Harvard. So she lazy and she don't do no work. And the principals are scared. You ever been in a meeting with the black principal and the white teachers are there? And the principal's scared of the teachers? Raise your hand if you ever seen this. You like, who's in charge? You the principal, but the white teacher running the whole meeting and telling you where to go and how to get there. Because he know her husband is the chair of the union. If he pisses her off, she gonna call her husband, and the husband gonna call the superintendent because they belong to the same KKK clavern. And the next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call saying I've been transferred to another school. Oh, white teacher mafia. If you don't do what they tell you to do, they get rid of you. Every school got one. And let me tell you this. Don't trust the black person who the school team brings into the meeting. Listen! There's always two coons. Every public school in Antioch got two coons. And guess what? It might be an elder.
Always an elder.
They might be Hotep.
No, it was always the elder.
They kente on made in China. Locks all down their back, smelling like frankincense and myrrh. Green smoothie, veggie wrap. The fake woke starter kit. And they're going to say, listen, I remember you. Used to be.
We'll wrap this up in a few minutes.
Years ago. Listen, I know Dr. Umar was here Friday and fired y'all up at the church. And I agree with some things Dr. Umar said. But he's a little extreme. Do you remember my grandson, Raekwon? Raekwon was diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah, he's a little bit, he's always extreme. Yeah, he's always saying these things like, this is America, man. This is America. Land of the free, home of the brave. No one pay attention to that shit no more. I mean, no, man, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is, dude. We don't pay attention to, we don't know what's Black America. Black America gave up on us a long time ago, dude. Man, we got wholesome white women. They know how to cook. I mean, they got bodies. They got bodies. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. I live in America. I don't live in Africa. What does Africa mean? I don't know what that means, dude.
He had Ritalin and Adderall. He turned out fine. Yeah, they caught him running down the street butt naked last night, but not because of him. Shut up! Stop! Sit up, sister! You remember my other grandson? Ghostface Killer? Ghostface, they had him on Risperdal for his mood disorders. They had him on Prozac for his anger and a little bit of Cyclerc to help him focus. He turned out fine. Yeah, he might have killed all the cats in the neighborhood. but not because of the mess. I'm telling y'all right now, don't trust the whole tepper on the school team. They not loyal to you or your child. They loyal to that paycheck, them benefits that summer. Y'all be walking in there and the office look all Afro. Oh, my son got a good principal. He got locks and his name is Ma'at Gebra Kum Kanum. He go to Africa every year. Listen, y'all want to hear something true? I've had to fight with more black principals to keep our kids out of special ed than the white ones. Did y'all hear what I just said? I'm going to repeat what I said. I had to fight with more black principals than the white ones to keep our kids out of special ed. White folks don't even mess with me. Whatever I say, let him have it. Is that he fighting? Give it to him, whatever he ain't got, get him out. But the black folks, because you know why? Special ed kids get money. They looking at the money. Every time I put one of your kids in special ed, their name goes into a computer. It gets transferred to Sacramento State Department of Education, and by the end of the month, there's an electronic transfer of funds for your child.
Depending upon the state, it's $1,000 per child. How do I know? I was one of those kids.
Special ed kids are worth twice as much as the regular ones. Oh, yeah. Nobody told you that. So let's say Antioch Public School spends about $9,000 per child. Once Dr. Umar say Raekwon is retarded or reading disabled or ADHD or emotionally disturbed, once I give him a label, he ain't worth $9,000 no more. He worth $18,000. So let me ask you a question. If Raekwon is worth an extra $9,000 and he's only in the second grade, he got 10 more years of school. 9,000 times 10 years is how much? 90,000. That's almost 100 grand for one kid. One kid. What about 10 kids? What about 400 kids? How many black boys in special ed in Antioch? And what is the special ed budget for Antioch schools? Oh, yeah. You got white folks living comfortably in the mountains all around Antioch off of your child's misdiagnosis that they never would have had if their parents raised them in a household culture of black excellence. Look, the black boy don't need no special school, no special teacher. What he needs is for white teachers to stop treating him like he's different. That's all. Black boys can learn as well as anybody else. There's a psychologist by the name of Dr. Amos Wilson. I think he's the greatest black psychologist of all time. He wrote a book called Developmental Psychology of the Black Child. I recommend you read it. Amos Wilson found studies that white psychologists did on the intelligence of black children, but they never published it. Guess what was in these research? It showed that black children were more intelligent than the children of other groups, that they developed faster and quicker. They outperformed all other children on the test of intelligence up until they go to school. Now check this out. Once your child goes into the public school in Antioch, kindergarten, his IQ score will go down. Every year, he goes up in grade. Did y'all hear what I just said? In the United States of America, the average intelligence score of a black child will go down. Every year, he go up in grade. Do you know what that means? The longer we keep our kids in these public schools, the dumber they become. Oh, yes.
So either put them in private school or homeschool them yourself. Yeah. I've never been homeschooled. I don't know what homeschool is like, but either put them in private school where edgenuity is a real thing. My kids study edgenuity, and safe to say that my oldest will graduate at a young age. We'll wrap this up.
I had a parent call me the other day, Dr. Umar, can you name an IQ test I can tell the IEP team to use to evaluate my son? Because I don't want him tested on none of the white tests, because I heard you say that all the fathers of psychology was racist and hated black folks, which is true. But guess what else is true? We don't have no culturally neutral IQ tests. Black psychologists ain't coming up with none. They too busy wearing dashikis and getting their hair locked. I'm not against locks, and I'm not against dashikis. I probably got more than anybody in America. But I'm sick and tired of us walking around with cultural costumes on, not struggling for our people. Bougie Hotep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bougie Hotep. Bougie Hotep. You got on a King Tut suit and $5,000 Gucci sandals. Bougie Hotep. You got on a King Tut suit and a $5,000 blonde weave. Bougie Hotep. Y'all seen it before. Like, does that really go together? And ladies, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy in Wilmington, Delaware. I want to invite all of you to come to the grand opening, which will be sometime this year.
Yep.
Make sure you follow me on my social media so you'll know. But all the major renovations of the school is done. And I want to thank all of y'all who donated, because we've been through some long, hard times. Long, hard times. We down to the nitty gritty now. Fix a little bit of drop ceiling, paint the walls, put the floors down in the classrooms where we took the old carpets that were there when we bought the school. So we at the final touches now. If any of you want to work at the school, send me.
Oh, if you seen me earlier, there's some beautiful artwork. Well, let's just say they painted the rooms. They painted the rooms all different types of colors, all different symbols, and all different types. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Beautiful sight to see. All the elders were there. The young ones were there. He was there painting inside the school. Had some workers in there putting the touches on the floor, fixing the bathrooms. It was beautiful. It's a work. These ungrateful peons, I tell you, ungrateful. But come in my inbox and accuse and say what you need to say. I'm just gonna absorb it, and I'm gonna laugh in your freaking face when he finally announces that the school will open. I will finally announce it. Why would he put all that work in for what? Nothing? Come on.
Your resume. FDMGresume@gmail.com. If you are a bunny hopper, do not send your resume. I do not need you. Okay? And don't worry.
Wait. Where are all these people now? Where are all these people? I'm inviting them. Come on. Talk some shit. Talk your shit. I'm inviting all these Umar haters right now to come up and talk their shit. I'm ready. I am really in waiting. Where y'all at? Come on, there's a few people of us. Come on. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on. Don't be pussyfooting on me now. No pussyfoot on me now. Where all these haters at? Where all the haters? Come on. Y'all some coward ass niggas, Y'all some cowards. Come on, yeah. Come on up. Come on up and talk your shit. Oh, wait. I am lit. I am fucking lit. Come on up and talk your shit. I am so lit. If he's doing all of this, what makes you think he's not going to open? If he's doing all this and doing it, he ain't supposed to be lecturing. He's just supposed to be in the school at all times. He ain't supposed to be messing with the women. He's supposed to be concentrating on that school. Y'all niggas do nothing to help. You're not even an authority. You're not an authority. So keep your shit to yourselves. Some bitches, keep all that shit to yourself. Because you don't make anything, you don't create anything, and you don't donate your money to any other causes than some person that, I don't know, if it's a white cause or whatever. You spend your money on bullshit. Is what I'm trying to tell you. You spend your money on bullshit. And then you come in my inbox talking all that bullshit. Is he set back to school about a year? The fuck out of here. You are no good to me. But I'll let you talk your shit.
About being a public school certified teacher. We are an independent school. The certification process is completely different. If you know how to teach reading, send me a resume for reading. If you know how to teach math, well,
he does this every year.
You can speak an African language and you're willing to come teach it, come on.
I am
Black
ready.
Women, if you know how to do natural hair care, we're going to need you.
The only reason why people ain't in the comments in the comment section now,
all the girls have to be natural.
In the chat,
no weave, no perm, no straightening comb, no European hair color. And I know this is California.
Well, he can't do that. That's illegal. He'll get the school taken away from him. It's his school. I'm nuts. He can do whatever he wants.
I saw boys in the hood, no Jerry curls either.
I didn't mean to do that.
Do natural hair. Also, our diet at the school will be 90% raw and vegan. If you are a raw and vegan chef, consider being our dietitian. Send us a sample meal plan for 30 days. Do not send me a meal plan if you don't know how to make vegan food taste like regular food. I do not want a ground dirt cheesesteak. Cut it out. You ever eat some natural food and you're like, I want to be healthy, but can't you add a little honey or sugar or something in this? Damn ant burger. Now, we're not going to be 100% raw and vegan because I'm a Leo and I need some meat sometimes. Okay? And brothers know what I'm talking about. If a brother ain't got no, sisters know what I'm talking about. If that man ain't had a little bit of meat, he ain't going to be able to growl when you need him to. Hey! A lamb chop. Give me a rib. Shut up. A jerk wing. By the way, ladies and men,
his lectures are so enjoyable to be in. It's so enjoyable and so peaceful. Just travel and just go to his lectures and just feel welcome. I feel comfortable. It's not like any, and it's free too, since you Negroes are so into freeism. Well, these lectures are supposed to be free. Why I gotta spend money? Because you ain't got no money, bitch. You a broke asshole. Oh, but I forgot. You like spending money on certain shit you shouldn't be spending on. My bad.
As I prepare to wind down, I'm working on my For Sisters Only book, Relationships in Dating. And I'm working on my Brothers Only book, Becoming King of Your Trauma. Because we got a lot of black men walking around traumatized. And we have an epidemic of black men killing their women. Every time you turn on the news, another black man then lost it and choked or killed a sister out. And I'm going to tell you women something. Stop thinking because he loves you, he won't hurt you. Because what you call in love ain't even love, it's addiction. Some people are addicted to your presence in their life. That's not love. The slave master was addicted to your presence on the plantation. That's not love.
Woo. That's why he screwed the hell out of you.
Give what you ain't got, and you can't love nobody if you don't.
That's why he screwed the hell out of you, and that's why you have cousins and siblings are white. You got white in your family because of the slave master.
Love yourself. Brothers, you got to lay off the alcohol and the marijuana. Not only is it cooking your liver and your kidney, it's affecting your bedroom performance for your queen. And as women get older, they get a little bit more frisky. Hey! Brothers, you got to stay healthy to keep up with her. Because if you don't, she gonna go get Mike, and Tay.
Don't talk to them. Talk to me. No. Playing.
And he gonna bake your cookies. Better walk around the block 10 times. Because when she ready to party and your blood ain't circulating fast enough, she's gonna wait on you. And marijuana slows down your motor responses. Alcohol also works against you, brother. So you got to make a decision. What pleasure would you rather have? Marijuana, alcohol, or the immortal cookie? Brothers and sisters, take your phone out. I want to give you my number so you can reach Dr. Umar directly.
Me personally, I don't have that problem. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink drugs and none of that shit. I enjoy my cookie very much. Very, very much. There was a time where I was selfish. Yes. I was in that phase, but hey, I'm wised up, smartened up. Cookie is very delicious. Yes, it's the same old cookie. It's the same old cookie. It's the same old cookie. Yeah, it's the same old cookie, but a delicious cookie. She keeps that cookie fresh. That's why men walk. You got men walking around today. Man, this is the same old shit. That's what you signed up for, idiot. That's what you signed up for. So if you don't want it, unless she's with that other civilization, the Eastern civilization, and she, will allow you to pick a person that could come in your lives, and you can have 2 cookies. But you're not an Eastern civilization. I know damn well. I would say 85% of sisters will not allow you to do that. But hopefully, maybe you get that one sister that will say, hey, maybe, just maybe, I'll let you have a little fun. But I'm coming with you. Oh, yeah, I'm going to come with you. I'm going to come with you, and I'm going to pick the girl. And you like this. Sometimes I wish I was. I'm pushing 40 something. 40 something. So my fun days are over. Been over. Wherever I land right here. Well, it was fun. Well, not that first part, but it was fun nevertheless, chopping it up with y'all as usual. I will be back. I'll think about taking a break. I think I'll be back in about 2 weeks. If I could get Mrs. Doe Eyes to do a show I almost forgot. We have Night Vibe coming up. Night Vibe. Anybody is welcome. All ladies included. Just to get away, get some air, and just just a good vibe. Just talking shit if you want to. It's just a good vibe. This is something that we just have conversations about any and everything, just to get away from the madness, the nonsense. I will be here, and hopefully I have my hair done by then because I really need to touch up. Be there for that this coming Sunday, and I think we will about wrap that up, and then I'm gonna do a 2-week itis, and then I'll come back and I'll do some more stuff. All right, that's the deal. So next week is Night Vibes, and then taking a break for a little while, and then come back even stronger. Hopefully, maybe. Lisa, I love you. Everybody else that was attendance, thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing, and subscribing to We-On-Loc channel, and hopefully you can become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation tribunal. All right, take it easy, y'all. Have a good night.